The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I'm sleeping and right in the middle of a good dream. Like all at once I wake up from something that keeps knocking at my brain. Before I go insane, I hold my pillow to my head and spring up in my bed, screaming out the words I dread. I think I love you. I think I love you. This morning I woke up with this feeling I didn't know how to deal with, and so I just decided to myself I'd hide it to myself and never talk about it. And did not go and shout it when you walked into the room. I think I love you. I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a love there is no cure for. I think I love you. Isn't that what life is made of? Though it worries me to say that I never felt this way. I don't know what I'm up against. I don't know what it's all about. I got so much to think about. Hey, I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a love there is no cure for. I think I love you. Isn't that what life is made of? Though it worries me to say I never felt this way. Believe me, you really don't have to worry. I only want to make you happy. And if you say, hey, go away, I will. But I think better still, I'd better stay around and love you. Do you think I have a case? Let me ask you to your face. Do you think you love me? I think I love you. 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 I think I love you.
Come on, guys. I mean...
I think I love you.
And do you know what? Here's the thing I'm going to say. I keep forgetting that David Cassidy is dead.
Oh.
I keep forgetting it. Sara Barron's finding that hilarious.
Oh, I'm trying to ingratiate myself to you.
Outrageous behaviour.
I performed a little bit of how funny I found out, but I did find it funny.
Wow, what the?
Because also
or
no. I mean, I don't remember him dying.
No.
When did it happen?
It happened.
Break it gently, because she's
November
diseased.
last year. It happened about a day after Charles Manson died.
Which obviously is marked on your calendar.
Yeah, obviously. So
Yeah.
is this all 2017? This was
2017. Yeah.
Right.
It was a dark. I think it was November.
Do you remember what he died from?
Boozing.
Did he?
He died from boozing.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. And he came out like a year before he died and said, I've got Alzheimer's. And everyone was like, okay. And then there's an interview with him where he goes, it turns out it wasn't Alzheimer's. I had like wet brain, I think they call it, where he'd been drinking too much and he had the symptoms of Alzheimer's. And then he stopped drinking and then he got like his memory back and his physical capacity. And then he died. Yeah.
Well, they call it wet brain.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never heard that before.
Well, I'm medically trained, so
well, there you go.
obviously.
We shouldn't question
Trust me.
you.
They did strike you off, but let's not talk about that.
I'll strike you off in a minute. Hello, I'm Iain Lee. Catherine Boyle, Sara Barron is here.
Hello.
I don't know what. Are you a comedian? You're everything. You're a.
I think you're too nice to say it. It's a jack of all trades, master of none.
Okay.
I'm a woman in transition.
Wow.
I'm an aspiring comedian,
Yeah.
but mostly
Yeah.
a stay-at-home mum trying to change that.
Wowzers.
I think that's a really honest
Yeah.
presentation of what it is.
How your boy is 2, just over 2.
Yeah, just
hard
yeah.
work at that age.
Oh God, it's the worst. I mean, I'm so grateful to be a mom, but also it's just the work. I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
it's so terrible, and This is the only period in my life where I've ever lost weight without trying.
Right, okay.
Because that's how physically grueling I'm finding the entire thing.
It's relentless. It's funny because my kids are 8 and 6 and yours are 7 and 10.
You're through it.
We're through it.
We're through to the psychological round, which is the next one. We don't want to worry you, but that's next.
But we are now at the stage where the kids are in school in the day, so you've got that kind of break from the insanity. There are different insanities and new insanities, but there's that daytime break is free where you can go back to bed, you can go and do work, you can go and sit in the park and drink. You can do anything you want.
All the different things.
2.5, it's a constant.
It is constant
process.
Yeah, it's very exhausting, and I always thought I wanted to, you'll meet people with 2 kids, and they'll say, oh, if I had had the second one first, I would have just had one.
Yeah.
Because something in it, it's often a girl who's easy, and then there's a little boy, and the boy is wild, and I had the wild boy first.
Wow, you had your second child first?
I think I might have had my second child first.
Oh, God.
I'm like, I don't know if I can.
You've got to have your first child then, because they're like the bottom.
They're the easier.
Yeah, very well behaved.
They're the easier thing. Oh, my goodness.
We've got a call. You might want to put your headphones on. If you follow
I'm just going to put them on. I want to feel like I'm in the club.
Yeah, if you follow that cable around, there's a little volume thing.
It's too loud because it will be loud.
It's Alan Caddick. Good evening, Alan.
Hiya, boss.
Alan, you're through to Sara Barron. What would you like to ask her?
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Alan. How are you?
No, man. What's your inspirations for getting into comedy?
What's your inspirations for getting into comedy? It's like the subtitles they put on documentaries sometimes.
Oh, my God. I want to think of a really good answer. I think I really, really loved it, and I wanted to try, and I felt that I wanted to talk about how miserable my life was, but in a funny way.
So who are your main inspirations?
I don't think I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to say it because it's not fashionable. It's Louis C.K.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Yeah. I know. But
apart from the obvious, that's a good inspiration, right?
Yeah. Apart from some of the problems.
Of course you're allowed to say that. It's funny because I was listening to a Tim Heidecker podcast and they were talking about, people that you're not, that have been caught up in Me Too or whatever, been accused of horrendous crimes or whatever, and about how it's okay to still enjoy the art because it can be separated from the artist.
Right.
How are you with? I watched Baby Driver after the Kevin Spacey stuff. And I enjoyed it.
Wait, I forgot. Was Kevin Spacey in Baby Driver?
Yes.
Oh, see, I hated that film. But we'll set that to the side for a second.
Okay.
And then I think I forgot everything about it except Louis C.K. I think that with Bill Cosby, no, I don't think you can separate art from artist because the crime is so insane. With Louis C.K., yes, I can.
Okay.
I can put on a Louis C.K. stand-up special and enjoy what he's doing professionally and set to the side some of his very problematic sexual proclivities.
I can as well. On a slightly, we talk a lot about Gary Glitter here. I don't know how aware you are of Gary Glitter.
I'm pretty aware of Gary Glitter.
He's a child rapist. But in the 70s, he was a huge pop star. Could you just keep the noise down a little bit, Alan?
Sorry, I'm smoking.
Well, that's not the noise I'm hearing.
That's not good for your health, man.
I'm cutting down to one a day.
Oh, you're having it on the phone. Okay. We're honoured.
You couldn't have it before the call or after the call or...
It's having heavy breathing.
For himself, right?
Who's your comedy inspiration, Alan?
Well, mine's the late Victoria Wood.
Oh, yeah.
Can I blaspheme? I never found her funny.
I found her hilarious. I thought she was charming. I thought she was wonderful.
Sarah, it's yours. Is the deciding vote. Does she go through to the next round?
I'm not familiar with the work of Victoria Wood, which I know is very bad. Blame it on my accent, but I'm going to put her through to the next round.
Wow. Okay, Victoria, you're going through to the judges' houses. Well, thank you for that, Alan.
Thank you.
There
Bye,
we go.
Alan.
He's delightful.
I wonder whether the difference between Louis C.K. and the others that we've mentioned is remorse.
Well, I don't know how well you remember his apology letter, but a lot of people were really up in arms about it not being an apology.
Right. Yeah.
And I did not think it was perfect.
He masturbated in front of women, didn't he? That was the main...
And then he apologised for holding a woman in the bathroom, and he apologised to the wrong woman, which makes you wonder how often he'd done it.
Okay.
So as I understand it, he was a serial masturbator, and he would do it without consent.
Yeah.
Before all this broke, a question someone asked was, did he, meaning Louis C.K., think it was consensual? Meaning, was part of the thing, not the friction, but it was part of the allure, the idea that this was against these women's will. I have no idea. I'm not in his head.
we
But
don't
based
know.
on the stories that I heard, it sounded like it actually wasn't as, like, he couldn't stop masturbating.
Yeah.
And that's a real problem. And the stuff he did is a real problem. But and what he took from various women in terms of different is all a huge, horrible problem. And I think what he said in the letter was like, of course that was against their consent. And I didn't understand that. And I thought it was imperfect, but I thought it was a pretty solid apology. And that is not a fashionable opinion, but that is what I thought.
0344 499 1000. By the way, you can phone in for the usual nonsense. Sarah's here, and we're going to talk about. You're going to. I didn't realise how late it is in July. You're going to Edinburgh
tomorrow. The festival starts tomorrow. People have their first shows tomorrow.
Isn't that nuts, man?
We're there.
Your first show is on Friday.
It's on Thursday the 2nd. Yes.
Thursday. Okay.
Yes.
Let's get the plugs in now, and then we'll get the plugs in again at the end.
I'll try and use my very charismatic personality in between just to advertise for myself.
So it's Sara Barron for worse.
Yes.
And it's a nice afternoon slot. 3:40.
3:40. Yeah.
That's a great.
I think
slot.
I'm sort of like a later. I think of myself as more of a later night act, but what everyone has told me about Edinburgh, which I've never done for the full month before, is that 3:40 is essentially like 7:45 at night.
Yeah, I think that's a good slot.
You do, even if I'm very bawdy.
Yeah, I think you can be bawdy at 3.
Can I?
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm going to be, so I hope they're ready for me.
They'll be ready for bawdiness and filth, of course.
On a Tuesday?
Mate, everybody,
right?
Edinburgh is bawdy city.
Fine.
And what venue are you at?
The Tron.
No, I don't know that one.
So first of all, I basically lucked into it. So I'm not like talking about, I got a really great venue. It's like one of the Edinburgh venues that feels like a stand-up club. Yeah. And it's right in the center. It's right in the center.
Because some of those venues are scattered.
Or they're black boxes, university things, and this feels like a stand-up club, 70 people, right in the center of town.
I did it once with doing a show with Mackenzie. We did it in a classroom.
Yeah. A lot of people do that. Yeah, and they like hang up some black cloth, and it's supposed to not be a classroom anymore. It's quite.
Do you remember we went and saw a show, the play about Charles Hawtrey,
about the
British
guy from the Carry
actor,
On film.
and it was in a lecture hall. Do you remember? We were like in.
And we were sitting like this, and I thought, God, last time I was sitting in one of these chairs, I was pretending to be listening.
Yeah. So 3:40 at the drop, and I don't want to ask you what's your show like, because
it's brilliant, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously it's so good. No, I mean it's essentially what I want it to be is a realistic portrayal of an adult life, and in contrast to the way that people mostly present their stuff online.
Oh.
So basically it's a bag of stuff, right?
Okay.
It's me doing some stand-up bits. It's me talking about stuff I find interesting. I try to move that along, because when I was in Edinburgh last year, I was seeing about 6 shows a day, and you can make it through about 20 minutes before you think, oh dear Jesus Christ, am I almost done? And I wanted to try to put together 52 minutes where people were just engaged. Because I don't promise I've done that, but that's the goal.
It's difficult to get up and walk out of a room when there are only 35 other people in there and not be spotted. If you're not enjoying the show, you kind of got to stick it out until the end. They're only 50, you say 52, 53. You got to stick it out to the end.
Yeah.
But those hours can stretch.
Yeah,
if it's not a good show.
Yeah, so I've tried very hard to pack it full of stuff on a minute-by-minute basis.
So from what you said, is this that kind of thing that we talk about a lot on this show, about how everyone's life seems perfect online with Instagram and Twitter?
Yes, I think everyone is miserable and nobody's talking about it, and it's detrimental for everybody. Yeah. And so I'm trying to talk about it in a real way.
How do you get on Twitter? Because I hate it.
I don't tweet.
God,
I do. I hate it. I think that I should.
There.
I know, because I think it's this thing, and a thing that someone said to me recently was the phrase hygiene levels.
Right. I don't know that phrase.
Okay, so that's how you should be thinking about your social media. Right. Hygiene levels. Like, as often as you need to wash, you need to be on social medias. And I was like, that makes me think I'm gonna die. I can't. So I don't know. I find it like I said, the idea that I would take is, I'd be like, hey, love doing Ian's show. Such a big fan. So excited to be with you guys. Selfie. I mean, I'll do it, but I will be dying inside while I'm doing it. And it's not about not respecting your work or not being so excited to be here, because I am.
No.
It's about, why do I have to take a picture of it?
Yeah.
I didn't swear.
No, she didn't swear.
No, she's self-censored, which we appreciate.
Thank you very much indeed.
But you feel that you understand that that's the way things work, but you don't have to like it. And also this whole idea that you have to demonstrate things to
Why do I have to
strangers the whole time.
I'm so happy to be here. But then
So
you have to
tell
do the
them.
whole thing.
So tell them.
Yeah.
I hate Twitter. And
You do hate Twitter.
I hate it.
Tell me more, because you have a good Twitter profile.
Well,
somehow you've, but do you know what I mean? Like, you do, actually.
Well, I do, and part of it was because I did this silly show last year, the Jungle, and that doubled my Twitter followers, so, but I go on there, I just hate it, and I feel happier. I've deleted it off my phone, the app, and I've blocked the website from my phone. Catherine has blocked it from my phone, so I can't get it on my phone, because I would be, I've told this story before, but the turning point, I was out with my kids, and my youngest kid was climbing a wall, and I was arguing with someone on Twitter who thought I'd made a joke about them having terminal cancer, and I hadn't. And my son said, "Daddy, look at me, I'm climbing a wall." And without looking, I went, "Not now, son, I'm busy." And I was just arguing with a guy that I was never going to... That argument was never going to be won. So I got it taken off my phone. I've got it for the show. I use it for the show, but I don't go and... I try not to tweet. Like yesterday, okay, I went back on there and I said, I'm getting divorced and I'm buying a house. Yesterday was a really stressful day. I'm divorced and buying a house. It's so stressful. And lots of people said nice things like, hang in there, dude, you got this one. But then loads of people said, well, one guy said, well, at least you were in love and that brought 2 children into the world and you're buying a house and it's probably in London, so you must be minted. So, look on the bright side. Some people are homeless.
Right.
And it's that one that'll trigger. Not all the nice ones.
Which is so funny, because when I hear you say something like that, I'm like, but obviously outside, like, when you're, like, how can that even bother you? That person is so obviously up their own bumhole.
Yeah.
But it does, like, when it's actually said to you, it's troublesome.
Yeah.
I think I can't think of anything to say. That's very, frankly, I think some people are very funny, not many, but some people are quite funny on Twitter.
Some people are great on Twitter.
I have nothing to say.
Then don't say it. We all feel that we have to say something.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, I don't have a thing to say here.
Yeah.
So so you actually, it sounds like it was getting you in this way that was making you a less happy person.
Oh, God, it's making me miserable.
Whereas I just feel like, I guess I'm supposed to say a thing, but I don't have anything to say.
Can you not employ, like, writers or...
No, I don't think people are doing that for... Well, some probably celebs
I tell you who's
are doing it
the
for
only
Twitter, right?
consistently funny person on Twitter is Adam Hess. Do you know Adam Hess?
I do. Adam Hess is... he's brilliant.
He's great.
And there is someone named Lou Sanders... L-O-U
I know that
Sanders.
name. I think I've seen a few
and
retweets.
She on Instagram, she's the only person. Adam Hess is another one where you go, that is actually funny.
They've got
that's it. That's weird and it's funny and it's interesting and you have a thing to say.
Yeah. Should we take another call? Let's try David Badcock. Good evening, David.
Right, I'll keep this short and sweet.
Okay, a bit muffled tonight, David.
I think it's my phone. I'll speak louder.
Okay, well, okay, thank you.
Face.
Hi.
Right, I'm reading out a letter from my lawyer, Frank Belushi.
Okay.
My client, David Arnold Babcock, was hacked last night by some jabroni who was doing a voice like him, saying false things.
Because you came on the show last night and said you'd fallen in love with your Hoover. Didn't you?
Carry on.
That was you last night, wasn't it? And this was you the other week.
I'm David Babcock and I got my willy stuck in a Hoover.
That was you.
My client has never knowingly inserted his length into the nozzle of a Hoover.
Wow, length. I think that's a legal term.
He most certainly
I've never heard that before.
Has never ejaculated into one.
All right, okay.
Thanks so much for your call.
For the clarification.
Let's try Rory. Good evening, Rory.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm very well, Rory. What have you got for us tonight?
I'm going to go to Edinburgh. I'm going to see Sarah's show. Hi, Sarah.
Oh, Rory, you've
We
made
just
my
sold a
night.
ticket.
You've made my actual night. Will you come say hello to me afterwards?
Oh, I will, surely, yeah. I run a comedy club as well, and I don't know if this is... Tell me if this sounds patronising, right? But I try to get at least... I have about 8... It's an open mic, and I have like 8 6 to 8 comedians every week, and I try to get at least 2 women every week.
I think that's too many, for goodness sakes. No, hang on a minute. No, that's the wrong way around. I don't know if there is. I think that only 2?
Well, it's quite difficult to find women, but I try.
Is this in Northern Ireland?
It's in Derry, in Northern Ireland.
Derry, okay. Right. So are there less
Well,
women?
there's like 2 female comedians.
Oh, there's only 2, right?
There's
Okay,
like
wow.
6 in Northern Ireland that I know of. So there's heavy rotation of certain people.
So you have the same 2. How often do you do this night?
Weekly, every.
So the same 2 women on every week.
Yeah, but think how good that means they must be getting.
Isn't it though?
Right?
Isn't it?
They must be getting really good.
Yeah, but no, I've had about 6 or 7 on, and I've done it nine shows. So.
Do you remember? I come from an age when we were constantly told women aren't funny. Women aren't. That was. I don't know if that was a line in America, but that was a line over here, 70s and 80s, and into the 90s. Women aren't funny. And one of my favourite comedians for years has been Josie Long. I love Josie Long. She's incredible.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
But the women aren't funny was the thing, and it still is. There's still kind of that vibe, I think, in some quarters. I think it's gone quite a lot, but in some quarters there is still that belief that.
Yeah, I think so. I'm in London, and I think it's so out of fashion to say that in London.
Oh, London's different, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's sort of its own little bubble in a way, and I think there are so many women who are still encountering that. I basically haven't.
Okay.
The only couple of things I've run up against is not women aren't funny, but you're so angry.
Oh.
Right.
And you're not allowed to be angry because you're a woman.
In other words, so like I did a night one time, and it was a less woke night, as the kids say, right, than I usually get to do.
Right.
And it was this old school guy running the night, and the opening act was a guy who's known, he's a ranter. That's what he's known for as an act. And he got up and was screaming and screaming and screaming and screaming. Fine.
Yeah.
Wasn't he brilliant, guys? Give us a hand for so-and-so. Woo, woo, woo. I get up, do my thing. And then it was like, what he said when I got off was, oh, well, she's a little angry. And I thought, first of all, I feel pretty confident that what that was like masterful, brilliant comedy and then a woman who just screamed. I don't think that's what just happened. I think that's you're this other school. You're this guy who behaves this way. And But
if you'd gone on and not been that way, you'd have been too soft.
Right, and also right, exactly. And
you can never win with those sort of blokes.
Yeah,
crazy.
So I think it still knocks around a little bit.
I haven't done stand-up for years and years, but you would get the if it's a female comedian going off stage. Isn't she absolutely beautiful? Well, you know.
Oh, yeah, I think
so. The beautiful, the stunning, it's like, come on,
oh
man.
Even and this
in
is
the
so
90s,
what's so screwed up in me is if someone said that now, I'd be like, thank you. Thank you. It's like better than knowing my comedy's good.
So, Rory, are you trying to persuade Sarah to come over to Derry? How much are you paying? What's the deal?
He said it's open mic, so I assume, Rory,
you're a big
unpaid.
star. You're a big star. She wants first class travel. She wants premiere in, and she wants £500.
Yes.
Well, it's free in, and we can only seat 50 people, so I'm not sure about that.
You have to charge them £20 a ticket then, man. Come on.
Yeah, people keep telling me that.
You should be my agent.
Oh,
very good.
Right. We won't make any money, but we'll have fun.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. Rory, how long are you going up to Edinburgh for?
Probably going for about 5 days. And I did a show like 2 years ago, but I go on every year for the past 8 years. So.
Rory, would you be our Edinburgh correspondent and call us from the festival and let us know what's going on? And let us know about Sarah's show as well.
Seriously.
Yeah. I'll be there from Friday the 17th until Tuesday the 22nd.
Nice.
Okay.
So,
nice
stretch.
One, man.
That's a good stretch.
Okay. All right. Nice one, Rory. Thank you.
Bye.
Ta-ta, bye-bye. He's one of the nice ones.
He seems lovely.
If he's coming to your show, you're okay.
Yeah, I want the guy who talked about his length to come as well. God.
I think he did come. That was the problem.
Oh,
steady.
You should get back to the stand-up.
Steady. Hello, Philip.
Oh, good evening, Ian. Good evening, Katherine. Good evening, Sarah.
Hi, Philip.
I've got a question for you. Are the audiences in America different? Say the West Coast, out on the East Coast. Are they all different or virtually all the same?
Well, so here's how I'll try and answer that. So I didn't actually get into stand-up until I moved to the UK. So I'm much more familiar in a way with British audiences and know very little about American audiences. But what I can tell you is that American audiences are, and listen, I say this with love and respect for you and your people, but American audiences are known for being, right? Like, you don't even have to say anything. Yeah. And an American audience is like, whoa, 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 whoa. And a British audience, in a way that I think is great and that I think creates a culture of better comedy, has more the attitude of like, what you got? Yeah. Show me what you got. Yeah. And then I'll start to laugh.
In America, you can get 20 minutes out of just naming places.
Right. Well, you can do that in the UK as well.
Can you?
Yeah.
We were always amazed. You'll remember this, Philip. But the point that proved that for us was when we used to watch Happy Days.
Yes.
And the Fonz would come on the set, and the audience would go nuts for the Fonz for like 2 minutes of standing ovation, just because he's walked through the door.
And then he hit the jukebox, and then they're gone again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they used to come out, didn't they, and say, film before a live audience.
Film before a live audience, that was a big deal.
I must admit that over the years, there's been several American comedians that I've regarded as my favourites.
Okay, well, name no more than 10, please.
All right, no, I've only 3. Charles Nelson Riley.
These are old people comedians.
Well,
we're the youth.
I'm saying that. I mean, you know how old I am, Ian. So I'm sort of talking to people.
He's like 83. That's not even a joke. He's 80. 83?
No, a bit lower. Rodney Dangerfield.
82.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and of course Joan Rivers, who I was very, very lucky.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, Ian, but I've got to tell this story.
Okay, but remember, this isn't the Bob Mills and Philip from South Norwood show.
No, I just wanted to, because I love telling the story.
Well, just tell it then, man, for God's sakes!
Hang on, Joan Rivers was on a phone-in, and they were taking calls, and I phoned in and we had a chat about a film she'd been working on, and I asked her to tell the story, the joke, about what happened when she was expecting a baby on a plane.
You're not going to tell us her story that she told, are you?
Well, if I'm allowed to tell it, I will.
No, because it will go on for ages.
It's a very short story, Ian.
You've got 20 seconds.
Right, basically, she was on a plane. It was one of these economy flights. They laid her in the aisle. Her feet were in first class. Her head was in economy.
Yes.
And when she was born, the baby had champagne and caviar. She had coffee and sandwiches.
She's very good.
And so are you, Philip. It's always a pleasure. Thank you. You kind of got in there and stopped.
That was, by the way, I mean, he just did an incredible... when you said you've got 20 seconds, I thought, well, he's screwed. And then he really delivered.
Oh, he's a professional. Honestly, he is 80-something. Was he pretending he's significantly younger?
Showing off.
Can we have you for another, 10, 15 minutes?
Are you
sure?
Thrilled and flattered, of course.
I've got to play some adverts because I'm late. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
This Late Night Alternative, Iain Lee, Catherine Boyle, Sara Barron. He said, Catherine, you just gave me a look there as if to...
No, I don't know whose gang I want to be in, either headphones or no headphones. You said she doesn't need them on. Do I need them on?
I feel it's like what the cool... I really feel it's like what the cool guys are doing.
You can wear the headphones.
I want to be cool.
You can wear them.
You are cool. Put them on.
Oh, thank you, Catherine. Thank you for taking the bait, unlike some other people here.
Wowzers.
You can't hint with him.
Now, I want to talk to you about the Moth Radio Hour.
Oh, okay.
Because you hosted it for a while.
Yes, so let me be clear about what my role was. So basically, the Moth is this huge...
The live show.
The live show.
Yes, go.
So there's not... so they have this very successful podcast now, which are stories. But they do and have done for almost 20 years now these live shows.
Yes.
And in New York, they have, I think, about 4 regular hosts because they happen once a week. So all of us do one a month.
Because I like the radio hour. And I have done for a long time. And we were coming back from Manchester, and I said to Kath, let's put one of these on and listen to it. And the first story was brilliant about a woman who had the curse on her.
Oh God, she was amazing.
She was great. Woman had a curse put on her.
And so instead of paying the $5,000 to the gypsy fortune teller who'd diagnosed the curse, she became a witch herself.
Yeah.
And that is good. I mean,
it was great. And it's like a 10-minute. It's 10-minute storytelling in front of an audience. It's funny. And then the second story started off good about the woman and the car crash outside her house, and then it ended very... It wasn't a great ending.
Was it not basically, did you think you were in for something that still felt really funny, and then you just heard something very dark, or was it a poorly done story?
I didn't think it was much of a story. I wasn't expecting it to be comics. I knew the show, and I know some are light, some are heavy. But so how does the live show work? They have these slams?
Yeah, so the bulk of the live shows are story slams. So the idea of the Moth is like, whoever you are, we want to hear your story.
Yeah.
Right? And that could mean that you could hear some wonderful stuff and some terrible stuff. So what they've intelligently done is sort of set up these different rules for storytelling that means it really, I'm going to use a really ridiculous phrase, but it really helps the storytellers be their best selves.
Oh.
But it does. So basically you come, you write your name down on a piece of paper, you put your paper into a bag.
Yeah.
We draw names at random over the course of an evening, and then 10 people get up and tell a story. And they tell a story on a particular theme that's been chosen ahead of time.
Yeah.
You can only you've got 5.5 minutes to tell the story. Yeah. And it is just, I think if you've not seen something like it before, it's quite revelatory because it's so different from a stand-up night. You get to encounter people from completely different walks of life. And one of the best ones that so anyway, when I moved to London, I started hosting for them here, and I was like, this will be interesting how this goes over in London, because when I host these shows, it's like, if you show up in LA or New York to a Moth show, get in line. You'll be one of 40 people there to tell a story. Good luck to you if you get picked tonight. And then in London, it's like, we've got 4 storytellers. It's like, the British thing of like, I don't think I have anything to say. Thank you, though. Whereas the Americans
you've got 4 storytellers, and one of them goes, do you know what? It's probably not worth it.
You know what? You probably don't want to hear from me. Whereas in America, it's like, let me tell you what I have to say, right? But we're getting you guys on board. So now we have these sort of fuller, lusher shows. And this guy told a story, and he was there to tell a funny story. So that was his vibe. And he told a story about trying to kill himself.
Wow.
And being, this really good student, and he couldn't take the pressure of his academics anymore, and he got his life in order, and he jumped off one of the bridges into the Thames, and he did it. He jumped.
Wow.
And he was fine, and just drifted over to the side of the river and climbed up, and you're like, and that is the Moth when the Moth is at it. Yeah. You're like, I'm just sat in a room suddenly, and this guy is telling, I'm hearing from someone who so it's not like someone grabbed their arm.
Yeah, they did it.
He did the thing, and it wasn't even and then he was in hospital, and then he just walked home soaking wet and had to get on with the rest of his life.
Wow.
And that's it at its best, and it's not always at its best. No. Then you get a lot of duds. But just, I heard a story about a woman her parents got her a massage as a birthday gift, and she was massaged with hot oil and slipping all over the stone in front of a very hot man. And that was so funny you couldn't believe, what I mean? It's just a really, I'm shilling for them now, but it is a good evening out, I think.
So do you still work with those guys?
Yeah, I host over here. They do a show every month. Mostly they do it at Rich Mix, sort of in Shoreditch.
Okay. We're going to go, because I don't like going to comedy clubs. The thought of seeing 6, 7, 8 comedians doing their Brexit Trump gags,
right? No,
that doesn't appeal to me.
No, I understand.
I like live events where there is dangerous wrong, but where there is a possibility that someone's turn might not quite work, and not there to laugh at them, but there's just that fine line between it being great and actually not succeeding that well at all, and things like that. And what was is it Mortified, the diary?
Oh, right,
those kind of things where it's different from stand up, and it's people who wouldn't normally get up on stage talking. I love stuff like that.
I think and the thing I forgot is that there's also competitive elements where people get scored, so after every story you get these not note cards, but these cards with scores. It's a very good, it's a really good evening out if you sort of if you're someone who thinks that they really like comedy but somehow something never quite works for you in a comedy club.
We should go. We'll take a night off work and go.
And plenty of people get up, just so we're very clear, and I'm not overselling it. Plenty of people get up, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
But there's something in the terribleness of it that's wonderful. And then the next person is great, and that's the magic of the Moth.
One of the best stories I heard on the radio was this guy, and it started off him being his uncle was a cop, and him being an irritating little kid at the table, and his uncle said, if you do that again, son, I'm going to handcuff you to the radiator. So he did it again, and the guy slapped him and handcuffed him to the radiator. And then that caused him to kind of be a bit of a drifter and a loner as he got older. And he was like, then he went to being in his early 20s, hitchhiking across the States. And this guy stopped, and he got in the car with this guy, and there was a weird vibe, and the guy started masturbating and pulled out a knife, and this kid just kind of, I don't know, he punched him or said, you stop now, get me out.
Get me out of here.
He got out, and then 6 months later, watching the news, and this guy was like one of America's most prolific serial killers.
Oh.
And he remembered him because he looked like his brother-in-law, and he was like this huge serial, and he was one of the only people to have been in this guy's car and got out alive. And it was that corner when it turned into that part of the story. I'm like, this is incredible.
Yeah. There's just some very good. You hear from all walks of life.
Let's go to Jerry. Good evening, Jerry.
Hello.
How you doing tonight, Jerry? It's a little bit cooler.
A bit cooler, a bit better, but very still can't understand the rhythms.
A little bit better. I'm just going to explain to Sarah that Jerry's got Parkinson's.
Got it.
And so when it's hot, we haven't got a clue what this guy is saying.
Okay.
And when it's cooler, we stand a much better chance. And sometimes we find that if he sings it, we understand it a little bit better.
Great.
But we got time. What you got for us tonight, Jerry?
All right, be your guest.
Yes.
This year, 17, who she was born for the blind.
Oh, you are a filth. You're a filth dog. So we found this website. It's called Porn for the Blind. Okay.
Oh.
It's closed down now. I can play you a clip if you want. Hang on a second.
So is it the noises of people having sex?
No.
It's narrated.
It's. Here we go. Here's a listen.
I'll be very uncomfortable if I get aroused.
The page's main banner displays
Let's
a
just
large
jump to this. Is
the delivery man.
Okay.
This is Big Sausage Pizza. So it's someone narrating porn.
Okay.
Here we go. Have a listen. Here
On
we
the
go.
couch, giving a thumbs up to the camera. There is an open pizza box on his lap, and his penis is protruding from a hole in the center of the box. One woman is touching the penis. One is bent over sucking the penis. One is massaging the penis between her breasts while simultaneously eating a slice of pizza.
There you go.
Okay, is it supposed to be funny?
No.
Because the guy who's reading it is reading it like he's in on a joke of a thing, I think.
There's loads. This website's closed down now, but we've managed to kind of hack back into it. Loads are serious, and then towards the end of it, people started taking the mick. But it's very straightforward audio descriptions. And you want Sarah to describe pornography, do you, Jerry? Get out of here. Outrageous.
Again, this is what's so problem. I'm just flattered. I'm flattered that he wanted that from me.
How much does it pay? That's the thing.
Yeah, I'll do it.
That's the thing.
I'll do it.
Okay, listen. So the show you're there for the whole run of editing.
Yeah, I think I have a show off on I have a day off on the 13th, but from the 2nd to the 26th, every day.
And are you doing that thing that when I was there 20 years ago for the full run? I've popped up since, but there's also like other shows where you can go and showcase your thing, and then go, if you like this, come and see me here.
Yeah.
Are you doing all of that kind of stuff?
I think I'm doing some of it. I'm doing some of those.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like Sarah Milliken runs this wonderful. She runs Standard Issue, so she's doing a bunch of shows, and I'm doing one of those. But I've been so genuinely so worried about my health just because I've been so exhausted in the run up, and I have a small child that I was just like, you know what, we're taking it easy. So I haven't pursued some of that.
You said a really interesting thing before we came in, because when I was going up there, people were waiting to get their sitcom or their panel show or all of that. And the reason that you've got for going up there, I thought was spot on. When you said, I just want to get better.
Yeah, I mean, there's a girl can dare to have private dreams inside her own head, right? But I think that's what everybody talks about is how insane it makes everybody.
Yeah.
So I've just thought, the more sort of grounded I can be. Yeah. And I started this sort of late in life, so I'm not going up at 24 and really hoping it goes green for me. So I just think, I'll be a better comic in September. Right?
That's it.
Get some new jokes.
You're doing it every day, an hour a day, every day. You can only get better.
So that is what I hope to accomplish, and to give the people a good show. I want to be very funny for them.
Screw those losers.
Yeah, screw those losers.
But
I really want them to like me and laugh at me, though.
Listen, we're going to send you home because you're going up to Edinburgh tomorrow.
I am.
I didn't realise she was going tomorrow. That's nuts.
I know.
That's crazy behaviour to come on this rubbish.
Guys,
come on.
I want a little more self-confidence from you two. This was a pleasure and privilege.
So give us the plugs again. So it starts on Thursday. It's Sara Barron for Worse.
Yes, Sarah is spelled Sara, Barron, Barron.
Yep.
For Worse, 3:40 at the Tron. Please come and join me, and I will try and give you a good hour.
Go and see it, and then go and say hello afterwards.
Yeah,
You'll be cool with that,
Rory's.
won't you?
Yeah, I would love it. Rory's going to come and say hello afterwards.
SaraBarron.com, and it's spelt Sarah, but it's pronounced Sarah. Well done.
Thanks so much.
That's absolute pleasure. Let us know how it goes. Give us a call from the festival if you want.
I would love
and let
to.
us know how it goes.
I will do that.
0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain Lee.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I do enjoy Edinburgh, but any more than the festival I'm talking about. Look, the city itself is wonderful, but any more than sort of 3 days in the festival, I am shattered by it, man. It is exhausting, and it is relentless, and it is it's tiring. But well done, good luck, Sarah. Katherine and I will be in Edinburgh, but after the festival, Saturday, September the 1st, we are in Edinburgh at the Stand Comedy Club, afternoon show, 4:30, and Sunday, the 2nd of September, we're at the Stand in Glasgow. 1st of September, we're in Edinburgh. Sunday, the 2nd of September, we're in Glasgow. If you want tickets, iainlee.com/event. IAINLEE.com/event. Is the place to go. Phone lines are open, dear listener. 0344 499 1000. We're completing our list of. You remember me and Katherine when we were in Manchester? We saw the whiteboard written by the religious nut job, and I'm not saying all religious people are nut jobs. This guy was. List of people that he said were going to go to hell. I thought it sounded like a good party. We're trying to fill it. So far, we have Andy is a homosexual. Callers have claimed these titles. Rory is the drunkard. Matt is the gluton. Ellie is wickedness. Brian was the thief, but Ian stole it from him. Badcock is the fornicator. Mags is the backbiter. Sean is covetous. And Pablo is the innocent bloodshed. It's a weird list. We've still got boasters, strife, sowing of discords, false witness, disobedient to parents, anger, extortioners, haters of God. So we've still got those slots are up for grab if you want them. I can't speak. I tell you why I can't speak, right? Because it's been so stressful recently. Shouldn't be stressful. You've got loads of money and you've got children. Someone said on Twitter. You've got no right to be stressed. I never forget once, right? I tweeted, this was years ago, oh man, I'm so tired, right? It's this thing you say, oh man, I'm so tired. And someone replied, and it became a bit of a thing for a while with me. How can you be tired? You don't work as hard as a doctor. Now those guys are tired. What? You're allowed to be physically tired, even if you're not a doctor. Even if you are not a doctor. I'm back off Twitter again now. I had a couple of days on there and I'm back off, and it feels so good, man. It feels so good. But so it has been stressful with this divorce and with the house, the farm that I'm buying. More on that in a bit. Let's just say my key ring is a little bit heavier today. Yes, man. But it means I've got the biggest mouth ulcer on my tongue ever. Normally you can't really see these things, but I was driving home last night and I kept sticking my tongue out and looking in the rear view mirror, the RVM as I'm going to be calling it from now on, just to save time. And it was huge, man. It was just like they're flapping against my tongue. So I need to get some Bonjela. Can we get this show sponsored by Bonjela? I think that's the way forward. Just trying to negotiate a deal, Katherine, to get the show sponsored by Bonjela. Oh, not Germaloids. Germaloids? That's for your bumhole. Well. Wowzers. My bumhole is in fine... Right this week. Sorry? It's in fine form. Isn't Sara Barron delightful?
Yes.
Yeah. Can we have her as our friend?
I like her very much. I'm going to work on that.
Okay.
She's the sort of person who makes the whole room sort of bubble.
Yeah, she does. The room was very, very bubbly.
Liked it.
Very bubbly. So we're still trying to find, I've just read out the list of people that we're still trying to find for the register. Don't pick it will never heal. And we'll see where we get with that. It's always weird going into the show after we've had a guest, because you you have the guest 40 minutes or whatever, and it's bubbly, and then you kind of just, it's like someone slammed the brakes on, and there's no calls.
We need to fizz it up again.
I think, well, no, I don't think that. I think that's an old thing. I tell you what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to try it tomorrow. We're going to do the whole show. No phone calls, Skype calls only. What was the Skype? I can't remember the login. It was Late Night Alternative was the Skype. But I can't remember the login because I tried to log into it at the weekend.
Oh, no.
And I couldn't find it. I don't know what email it's associated. I'll find it. But tomorrow night, no phone calls. It could be a disaster. We may completely, we get loads of kids phoning up saying the M word and stuff. But we won't take phone calls. We will take Skype calls only. And just see how that goes. That might get us a few different callers, a few different voices. It might create a different vibe. It will certainly sound different to you, dear listener, because some of the quality on those Skype calls are pretty amazing. So we will see. But in the meantime, you can call in tonight. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Have we got the papers?
I brought them into the antechamber.
Well, bring them into the pro chamber. Let's have those guys, because the front page of the Mirror. The front page of the Mirror. Pardon me. The front page of the Mirror. It's natural. We all do it. The front page of the Mirror is the biggest. Tell Kath she might not want to come in for a few minutes. Not again. Yes, mate. This time it was audible. The front page of the Mirror. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't just.
I'm trying to find the front page of the Mirror.
Don't throw them at me. Oh, you're such a tit. Sorry, that was the real me that came out. That wasn't. Idiot.
It wasn't the real you that came out. It was gas.
That was. Don't throw them. Just. I only want the Mirror for now.
So please don't be antisocial in there. Like a butcher's curtain it is walking back.
You can talk. No. So the front page of the Mirror. Have you seen it? Fortnite, the game, made me a suicidal drug addict.
Oh.
Dad saves his son, 17, from death plunge after he gets hooked on online craze. No. Let's read the story. I think it's more likely after he got hooked on amphetamines. But let's see. A boy's obsession with video game Fortnite ruined his life and drove him to a suicide bid. His dad had to physically stop him from jumping to his death. Carl Thompson, 17, from Preston said, Fortnite made me a suicidal, thieving, lying drug addict. Did the video game make him a thieving, lying drug addict, or did the drugs exacerbate an addiction that was living within him? Well, let's do that in a second, because I thought this guy was dead. Ladies and gentlemen, we've not heard from him from ages. It's Barry from Watford.
Hi,
Here comes Barry from Watford. He's a very, very, very old man. He is old, his act is old, and he's as funny as Spam.
Oh, here comes Iain Lee. He's a tall streak of wee-wee. We thought he'd gone. He went into the jungle. Blimey, what a bungle that was.
Here comes Barry, you might remember him. He used to call me years ago. Then he teamed up with a famous nut job, Noel Edmonds, on his shitty show.
You know very well that cheap was good. No, listen. It couldn't stand the savaging of a load of people who don't do no good. You know cheap would be flying now if it wasn't for some of those horrible reviewers. I could mention one or two cows.
I like Deal or No Deal. It was a very straightforward format. Noel Edmonds stood there, got people to open boxes. I like that. But I watched Cheap. It should have been called shit. You were dressed up in a brown caretaker's coat and didn't do anything funny.
You know very well that I was pretty funny.
I don't.
It had all the elements of variety, plus you won money.
But the money you won was pony. No. The games were a load of jabronis. Edmund was smug, you had a tug, and that was cheap.
Oh, people won lots of money.
Did they?
Ironic, you're talking about money.
Oh.
You went into the bush. You didn't do much, and you came back with 125 grand. What a money for old Rutto. That was you. You are a jutto. Swinging from a rope with a harness on, ball in your eyes out. Give it a rest, son. Every night I had to watch you hiding behind a cushion. I go and get Margaret to turn it off. Occasionally I had to push her.
I used to like the Steve Wright Show back in 1986. He's not been relevant for 30 years, but you went on there. And I know you got 45 quid for every performance that you did. There were no jokes, there were no laughs, and yet you did it. I nearly said something libelous.
Can I just remind you,
please,
that Steve Wright Show is, and you can't argue, it's the most listened to radio show in Western Europe.
Are you sure that is true? The figures don't quite add up. Chris Evans gets a load more than Steve Wright's load of old tosh.
You know, I'm very funny.
Really?
All right, I didn't earn very much money.
Well done.
I didn't phone you to talk a load of poo. I'm talking about my show in Edinburgh before I get cut off.
All right, we'll come back to you after the news, Barry. I think you've earned that. Someone says on YouTube it's like a really crap rap battle. Well, I'm Barry from Watford after the news, and you, Andrew, as well. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Before I go insane, I pull my pillow to
song. Yes, man. 0344 499 1000, the late night alternative. My name's Iain Lee. Who are you, lady?
Catherine Boyle.
Big day in my world. I finally got the keys to my new home, which is a farm, a working farm. And I went, and I'm not staying there tonight, but I packed all the I posted a picture of my flat and one of the rooms, the bedroom, the master bedroom, in the East Wing master bedroom of the new property.
I'm a bit worried about it.
Go, tell me why.
You're on a farm.
Yes.
I don't know how they've kept it so pristine and white. You're going to have to disrobe at the door.
No. It's a very intricate system. It's like as you come in through the front door. It's like a human car wash.
All right, airlock.
Yeah. So I went there today. Catherine came round and saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got my furniture, and I'm staying back at the flat tonight, even though it's empty, because I'm then going to go to the house in Windsor, the marital home, and get all of my crap out of there. Get all of my crap out and take the dog and the cat. I'm looking after the dog because everyone's doesn't want the dog for a bit, and I thought I'll have the dog for a bit. But the cat is coming to live with me. She's old. She's ancient. She's decrepit. No, I'm not talking about my cat. I'm talking about Barry's wife.
Here we go.
Is she still alive, Barry?
My wife?
Yes. Is she still alive? Is she still performing? Is she still giving you pleasures?
Yes, she is. She still does that ping pong act. She's wonderful.
Does she really?
Yes, she does that. It's an extraordinary sight.
I know. I've seen it. I mean, the boys saw it once.
Yeah, remember New Year's Eve you come round and
with the Pakistani fella from the Halifax.
Yes. Oh, don't talk to me about Prakash. I said you can watch, but you've got to stand outside the French doors. I wouldn't let him in for that.
No.
But it's an extraordinary... Listen, moving into a farm, are you sure?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I expect you'll have a massive cock waking you up first thing in the morning, won't you, about 6?
No, it's cattle, primarily, and there's no birds there.
Okay.
But my boyfriend who has a massive penis will be...
Lovely.
Yeah.
Can I just point out to anyone
Lovely. It really is.
Lovely. I've met him. Any of your listeners?
Lovely.
Any of your listeners? He's a very handsome chap, isn't he, your fella?
Isn't he?
Isn't he lovely? Lovely.
Anyway,
lovely.
so you told me that you were going to the Edinburgh Festival. Where and when, mate?
Well, we are going. We kick off on the...
Yeah.
The theme and...
Yeah.
Festival. It's at...
Yep. Right. Yep.
Are you turning me down?
Yes, I am. Yes,
I know you're doing it. It's at Le Mans, 3 o'clock, and it's the 2nd to the 12th of August.
You're only doing 10 days!
It's at Le Mans Hotel, 2nd to the 12th of August, in case you turn that
You're
down.
only doing 10 days!
That's Le Mans.
Stop
Hotel.
saying it!
Are you turning me down?
I'm not now. You're turning me on.
3 p.m.
And you're still flogging that Barry and Angelos thing, yeah? Even though
it works.
People have turned their backs on it.
No, they haven't. They bloody love it.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it's a very funny show, and it's a new one called A Matter of Life and Death.
Okay, that sounds...
and it's ever so funny.
Is it? Is it lots of jokes about penises and bums again?
Yeah, how did you guess?
Because you've been phoning me for 15 years, you silly old sod. That's how.
There's a bum in it, a couple of
all right.
F's.
All right.
I saw Barry.
You said it was disappointing.
No, I said that his balls were quite a sight.
Yeah.
They're in it. There's all sorts of things. There's some funny bits, some sad bits.
Yeah.
The balls.
It's ever so good. The balls.
And you're giving away 100 free tickets to the first people that call in. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh, is it?
Free?
Well, I've not said to what, have I?
Okay. Well, why do you... Because
one of your face.
All right, shut your face. Well, all right. So I love this, right? I texted...
Hello.
Shut up. I texted Barry a month ago a friend of Barry's,
Yes.
to see if he could come on and talk about something. And his friend of Barry's said, no, I can't. I'm on holiday. So, all right,
Who
okay.
was this charlatan? Yeah.
It was, yeah. Oh, I can't, I'm on holiday. I'm on holiday.
Is it Frank Spencer?
Yeah, so I'm on holiday. But suddenly, weeks later, he wants to sell something. He phones up.
Here he comes.
And he phones up.
Bold as
and he
brass.
tries to sell his show to my audience who've got taste.
Not true.
True.
You are, look, you're a little tease. You know we're great mates. Don't listen to all that stuff earlier, people. We're great pals, and I did earn more than £45.
And I did earn less than £125,000.
I don't know that.
Quite significantly less. It was about a third of that. Now,
not what you told me.
Very quickly then, if people want to find out more about this show, I suspect they won't, but where can they go?
Please go to the Edinburgh Fringe box office. A Matter of Life and Death, Angelos and Barry.
So say it one more time, Barry.
Did you?
There's loads of good shows in Edinburgh. I don't know why you'd want to go and see that rubbish. Don't know why you'd want to.
A pensioner
Yeah.
and a gentleman who, really has not washed since about 1985.
No.
But getting their balls out, basically, is what the show's about.
Louise!
Hello.
Hello, Louise.
Congratulations in the house.
Thank you very much. It's a farm and it's going to be hard work, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my hands dirty. I'm going to put my hands in, and who knows what I'm going to pull out, but I'm going to do it. Get back to I'm going back to my roots, yeah. Pull on my green boots, baby. I'm going back to my roots.
Your roots is a council estate in Slough. What are you talking about?
Shut your face. Shut your face.
You look good now, the picture of the farmer.
Thank you very much indeed. What can we do for you this evening, Louise, on this holiest of holy nights?
Well, I've been ringing up to give you reduction updates and what have you, and I'm actually going through a reduction at the minute. It's not pleasant, but you've been talking last night about the board that you've got with all the things on it.
Yes.
And it's just made me think that sadly I can claim 2 of them.
Well, you're only allowed one. Don't be greedy, you sinner. Which one are you claiming?
Okay, I'll let you guys choose. Yeah. There's liars and deceit.
Well,
I suppose maybe deceit, because I was being deceitful with the doctor, deceitful with those around me, but then I was lying to the doctor and lying to those around me.
Lying to a doctor. They should have that as a specific on the board, lying to doctors. You're on there as deceitful. You've just reminded me of something. Right, this ends here. Louise is supposed to be the third person to get the logbook.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today as I drove in.
How do we get
Where the hell is Gerard?
How do we get Gerard's phone number off of this thing? We're phoning him up now. He's had that for about 3 weeks.
I know.
Absolute disgrace of a human being.
I mean, what can he be doing with it?
No, we're getting that back. We're getting it back, and we're getting it back now. Sam is rifling through his Rolodex. He doesn't have a Rolodex, of course not. He's got a Filofax, and he's going to get Gerard's phone number. We're going to call that chancer up, and we are going to get. Unless you're listening, Gerard, in which case, if you want to dodge the bullet, phone us up now. You've had it for about 3 weeks, man. I bet he's used the pages as skins. Bet he's used them as skins or lavy paper.
Where's my book? Where's my book, Gerard? Where's my book?
Thank you for my book as well, Ian.
The what?
Greatly appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. The Matt Hay book, of course. Oh, pleasure. Oh, it's a pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Greatly appreciate it.
So, hang on a minute. He's calling Gerard. Right, whack him straight through. As soon as it starts ringing, Sam, don't even talk to him. Put him through on line number 2. Here we go.
I bet his name's not even
don't
Gerard.
let me speak to anybody.
Hang on. Here we go.
Hello?
Hello, Gerard. It's Iain Lee. You're live on Talk Radio.
Hello?
Hello, Gerard. It's Iain Lee. You're live on Talk Radio.
Hello, Ian. Could you give me a second to do?
Sorry? Yes. Where is my bloody book, man?
Ian, I sent it back a couple of weeks ago. That's better now. I sent it back 2 weeks ago. Have you got it back, aye?
No, we haven't got it back!
You're joking, Ian. No, I sent it back about 2 weeks ago, buddy. Definitely sent it back to you. I sent it back on, I need to check the diary, the dates. After I filled it on the Friday, I sent it on the Saturday morning, so you should have got it Monday. Definitely, I definitely sent it back, buddy. I used the address. It was on the back again.
This feature lasted a lot less time than I was expecting. Catherine, could you do me a favour? I know you're above this. Could you go to that rack over at the post box rack and search through everything? Could you? In fact, let's get Catherine on the phone.
I checked. I sent it in a brand new Jiffy bag in.
Gerard, I believe you, brother. I feel bad for.
Definitely did. I definitely did send it in, buddy.
Did you put stamps on it?
Yes, I put 2 stamps on it, buddy. 2 stamps at 67 pence each, and I put it in a Jiffy bag.
And did you then post it in a letterbox? That's the important part.
Yes, in the first class mailing, aye. Definitely, it was in a white Jiffy bag, a brand new white Jiffy bag. Slightly bigger than the book itself, like saying, you know.
It's a $25 moleskin book. Okay, right. Gerard?
Definitely. Well, Dean, I can check the post office that I used in Falkirk.
Yeah.
I can check that. I can check that tomorrow morning.
Right.
To see if it was delivered.
Go on. If you could do that at some point, that would be awesome, Gerard. Thank you, man.
I'll do that.
I love you, brother. Thank you.
I love you. Listen, I'll be going to your gig anyway, so I'll check the post office tomorrow, and then what I'll do, I'll give you a phone tomorrow, you know.
Nice one, man. We'll speak to you tomorrow. Thank you, Gerard.
Right. Thanks, Ian. Cheers,
brother. Thank you. I don't believe a word of that. I don't believe a word of that, Catherine. Do you?
No, I don't believe a word of it either.
Louise, do you believe him?
No, I think he's lying.
This is the show logbook, for God's sake. Right. Here's the thing, right? Catherine, where are you at the pigeon boxes?
Yeah, I'm looking.
So it's a white Jiffy bag.
No, there's no such thing.
Right.
Also, we spoke to him after the time period he was telling us, and he said he still had it.
Have a look on the floor, because there's lots of posts gets bundled up. Have a look on the floor. Is there any chance it could be in the office somewhere? I mean, those guys downstairs are normally pretty good at handing over the thing. This is awful. Catherine, Louise, this is the worst. This was the only good idea I've had since I started working here.
It was a beautiful fantastic idea, and how dare it all go wrong?
It has all gone wrong.
I could have said something much worse, but you would have had to use the dump button.
I would have used the dump button. Catherine?
I'm looking in everyone else's pigeonholes now because ours is empty. Empty is an empty thing. And theirs is just full of, books about sport and more sport and then things written with crayon. I think that might be their homework. And it's just, there's nothing for us. I swear, it's not here. I don't believe it got sent.
Could you? I don't believe that guy either. He sounded like a habitual liar and murderer. Yeah. I sound like a murderer.
That's why you do it recorded delivery.
Right. Right. Well, this is it. From now on, it's going to have to be recorded delivery. I'm not even doing it again. That idea's dead in the water. $25 that book cost me. Catherine, would you mind looking in the office, but looking underneath the desks and everything?
All right. I'll go into Poundland. I'll buy a wee cheap one.
No! Shut up! Shut your face! Shut your face! We're not doing it with a wee cheap one. This was an expensive, soft-covered moleskin book. We're not doing it with a wee cheap one.
Don't shout. It was just an idea.
It's cancelled. It's cancelled. Catherine, I've cancelled it.
Well, it's really not here, mate. It's really not here. I think we knew that was going to be the outcome.
Okay,
deep breath.
Come back into the studio. I need to be held in the arms of a powerful woman.
Wow, what's this?
Have you found it?
No.
Oh, I'll get stuffed.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Ah, man. I mean, I'm gutted. Absolutely devastated. Tony from Leeds says, well, Iain Lee, who preaches diversity and multiculturalism, has moved house to a nice little farm in his village with not a black or brown face in sight. You racist hypocrite, Iain Lee. Why did you not move to Tower Hamlets or Hackney, matey? Don't you like black and brown people? You're nothing but a racist, mate, and shame on you moving to an all-white village. I wanted to be a farmer, Tony. There's not a farm in Tower Hamlets. There is one in Hackney, but it's a community farm, and that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to do real farming.
He sent me that text message, so he just changes the names. He sends it to everyone.
But he's right, though. I am a racist.
Well, we know that.
Let's go to Andrew. Good evening, Andrew.
Good evening, Iain and Kath. How you doing?
I'm absolutely gutted, mate, if I'm honest.
Well, he was clearly lying about the book.
Shut up, man. I believe that guy.
You put him on the spot. He lied.
Yeah, well, in fact, he's going to go to the post office tomorrow. He comes back and goes, "Oh, no, the post office didn't send it. They're sending it now."
Yeah, and then he'll send it tomorrow and pretend he's got a special number for it or something.
A special number? Yeah, it could be, man. Could be a special number.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gutted, man. That's I don't even ever want to see my farm again now as a result of that being lost.
Well, that's a bit harsh.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's how I feel. I can't be anything. Can't be anything but honest with you guys, and I'm being honest, and I just, oh man, alive, life.
Well, I've got something for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sat here and I'm writing a pub quiz for my work colleagues for like a work function.
Oh, yeah, go on.
And I've got 12 quiz questions, and I want you and Kath to battle it out, maybe on the buzzers. Have you got any buzzers?
Yeah, I've got 2 buzzers, yeah.
Well, okay, that'll have to do, I guess. So I'm going to hit you with 12 quiz questions. Are you ready? Number 1.
Oh, this would be easy, because you know I'm brilliant at
general
quizzes.
knowledge.
Yeah. That's fine. I know general knowledge. I can get general. Yeah, I can do.
Cool, calm down.
Calm down.
Question number 1. Who has recently been announced as the director of the up-and-coming 25th James Bond movie, starring Daniel Craig?
Oh, I know, it's the fellow with the glasses. Danny Morris, Danny Hutton, Danny
Boyle.
Kath, correct. Sorry, Ian.
No, I should have. You're right, that's fine. I should have thought it in my head. I gave her the answer, right? Danny Morris
Just
is good,
shouting out random Dannies doesn't really work.
Oh well, I knew who it was, and it was Danny. I knew with glasses, so technically I got it right. But that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it's going to be. Andrew, you carry on, buddy.
Danny with the glasses is not an acceptable answer.
It wouldn't be. No. Question 2. Who is the Greek god of the sea?
Poseidon.
Correct, Kath. 2 points.
You were going to say Neptune, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I was going to go not Neptune.
He was going to say Danny, someone probably.
Why don't you get stuffed, Andrew?
Okay.
Why don't you get stuffed, mate?
The guy with the fork.
Question number 3. Which animal has the longest gestation period at 22 months?
Elephant.
Correct, Ian.
I know my gestation periods.
You know your effalumps. Question number 4. Who first coined the words madcap, hobnob, and swagger?
Shakespeare.
Correct.
I was waiting for the question to finish.
Why?
I knew from the first word that it was. So I knew from the question before he even gave examples that it was Shakespeare, because it's always Shakespeare.
Here's a tip. Say it next time.
Okay, here's a tip. It's the tip of my middle finger. Why don't you sit on it and swivel?
I've got 2.
Okay, well, I've got holes.
This is escalating very quickly.
What's the score? 3-1 to me.
3-1 to me.
3-1 to Kath. Okay, question number 5. Which Apollo 11 astronaut did not set foot on the moon?
I don't know that one. I'm not good on space. It's like Dave Smith or something.
Bukowski.
Bukowski.
No. Not Fikowski, no. Who's that?
Don't know. Just in Star Trek, there would always be Spock, Kirk, and Bukowski, and you knew which one wasn't coming back.
Actually, there wasn't
the one with the red shirt.
All right, now you're doing a crap stand-up routine, Andrew. So that's dumb.
I'm not.
There wasn't. Yeah, you are. There wasn't a Bukowski, and it's a boring question. Next question, please. Next question.
You're so bitter, so salty.
The answer, if you want to know, was Michael Collins.
Couldn't care less, mate. It's a stupid question. Next question, buddy.
Question number 6. In football, who was the only player to score in an FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League and UEFA Cup final?
Gary Lineker.
Incorrect.
I'm going to say
Wayne Rooney.
Paul Scholes.
Incorrect.
Paul Gascoigne.
Incorrect.
Kevin Keegan.
Bobby Moore.
No.
Bill Beaumont.
Emlyn Hughes. Rugby, but go on. Not Emlyn Hughes, no.
Beefy Botham.
No, the answer is Steven Gerrard.
Oh.
Okay, it's a boring question. Next one. I suggest you make this quiz a bit more fun, because these are dull.
Oh, man
questions.
alive. I'm trying my best here.
Oh, yeah.
Question number 7. Which Robert Louis Stevenson story became Disney's
Treasure Island.
first non-animated excellent work?
Thank you, mate. You said Robert Louis Stevenson. He only wrote one book. Next.
No, he didn't.
He only wrote one book that counts.
He wrote lots.
Yeah.
He wrote Kidnapped.
All right. Name another book apart from Kidnapped.
Why? I just named
No.
Kidnapped.
Name another book. But from Robert Louis Stevenson's. Name one. You can't. Treasure Island. Man Friday. Next.
You absolutely not.
Question number 8. Which lake in Great Britain has the largest volume
Windermere.
of water? Incorrect.
Pussiquama.
Largest volume of water.
Oh, in England?
No, in Great Britain.
Loch Ness.
Correct.
Kiss it.
Get
What's
in.
the score? What's the score? This is a great quiz.
No idea. I'm hoping Kat's keeping score.
Right.
No, I'm not. I know I'm winning.
Right. No, you're not winning. No. Stop. As my boys... Shut up, Andrew. Shut up. As my boys now say when we're playing a game, they do the timeout gesture and they go, T. So, T, right? We're not going anywhere until we've got the score, because there's no point in me doing this if I'm not going to win, right?
All right, well, hang on then. Let's do a recap. Kath had Danny Boyle.
Ask us all the questions again.
You had an elephant.
You had an elephant.
She had Shakespeare.
Yep.
It's
no one
3
had
each.
Michael Collins.
It's 3 each.
Shh, no.
Right, all right. Deal.
No, hang on. Let's do this properly, because I think I've got more than that.
No, you haven't. It's 3 each.
No one had Stephen Gerrard. No one had Michael Collins.
They were stupid
and
questions.
Ian had Treasure Island.
So 3 each.
That's 3-2, isn't it?
To me. I've got 3 questions, right? You may only have got 2. If you want to take 2...
No, I definitely have 3.
Okay.
Question number 9.
Oh, God.
Which 2 words are inscribed on the
yours.
Victoria Cross? No.
For valour.
Well done, Kath.
Oh, well done, Kath. Nationalist. Well done, Kath. Why don't you go and wear a sexual device and have sex with the Queen with it?
Gosh.
Well done, Catherine. Why don't you pick up a Bren gun? Oh, Bren gun. Why don't you pick up a Bren gun and go and go fox hunting with Prince Harry and Camilla?
Jeez.
I know. I mean, really.
Yeah, you might as well. Nationalist.
This is a grown man.
Yep. Silly quiz. Next
Didn't
question.
expect this. Right, question 10. The Scoville scale.
The what?
Is a measurement. The Scoville scale is a measurement of what?
Testicles?
No, that's the orchidometer.
Orchidometer.
No, that's it's definitely not
The
balls.
Scoville scale. Well, it's got to be a weather condition. Weather condition. No. Is it?
No.
Don't know.
Not Danny Boyle. No.
No! Don't tell us! Don't tell us! I'm thinking.
Nice.
Shut your.
You don't know.
Chilies.
Correct.
You just saw that on YouTube, you cheating get. Close your screen now.
I can't.
Close it now. That does not count.
That counts. I've not said it. I did not say it.
No.
That counts.
No.
That counts. Screw you.
No.
Right, I'm going to throw a pen at you, and I'm taking the lid off.
Don't you dare!
Oh no.
Who did
my
that?
jacket on.
Oh no.
If I'd known.
Oh no. Hang on a minute. We vandalised Catherine's jacket. Go on, quick, get a wet wipe.
No point.
No, that'll come off.
Ruined.
No, that'll come off.
No, I'm not rubbing it in. It'll be fine. I'll treat it when I get home.
How are we going to get this out?
I'll have to treat it when I get home.
No.
You did that.
Yeah, I know, and I instantly I feel bad for it. Instantly I feel bad. I'm apologising. So no.
I told you not to.
No, that's Andrew's fault. It's Andrew's fault. It's a crappy quiz. Shut your face, Andrew!
Right, okay.
Shut up! How do we get that off there?
I'll have to wait until I get home and I'll look into some treatments.
Right, guys, this is the show now. Catherine is wearing, rather ambitiously, is wearing a white jacket. How much did that jacket cost you?
I'm not telling you that. That's none of your business. And frankly, you're adding insult to injury now.
So it was cheap. I'll buy 2 more. I'll buy 3. I'm going to buy you 5 of them cheap white jacket. Right. Catherine is wearing, ambitiously, because she's a clumsy eater,
Who'd have thought it wouldn't be me that stained it?
All right, fine. All right, get me the pen. I'll colour it all in. I'll colour it all in green. That way you won't know. That's a solution. I will, and that will take me about 40 minutes. I will colour the whole thing in green for you.
I'm sure it'll look great.
You keep out of this. It's your fault.
It's not your fault.
It is his fault for having a stupid quiz and you not letting me have chilies, Andrew.
I'm letting you have the chilies.
Thank you.
I'm not. That was cheating.
Right. Listen. Listen, you're going to let this...
2 questions.
You be quiet, boy! You're letting this anger eat you up, and that is going to kill you. So, either let me colour it in...
No.
Or... Then we've got an hour and a half. We've got the hive brain.
I do not want to discuss this with you or anyone else any further.
Let me go on to the. I'll go on to the Henny's website.
It's not from Henny's. So.
What is it from? ASOS.
No,
it's ASOS.
It's not from ASOS. I've fallen out with them.
Oh, why?
They've been arses. Anyway, ASOS.
Let me look at the label.
No.
Let me. No. Come on, because the thing is, what's going to happen is like 20 years from now, we'll be having a lovely evening.
As if we'll be talking.
And you'll go, yeah, but you chucked a green marker pen at my white jacket and ruined it. And I can. Here's the thing, we can fix this situation now, right? We can fix it, and then there's nothing. Stop looking at it. Don't make me look at it. We can fix this situation now. Right.
I'm going to go and try and clean it. I don't want to talk about it to you or anyone else.
Okay, well that's not good. If you get it wet, you're gonna make it worse. Just tell me where it's from, and I will do a GoFundMe. Andrew will contribute. You'll contribute, won't you, Andrew?
This pen better go.
Yeah, a couple of P.
Couple of P. Outrageous. We'll carry on the quiz without you.
I hope you're happy.
The
things you'll do to win. It's quite disgusting.
No, where's Kath going?
She's going off for a little cry.
Oh, well, that's not right. Because she could get these 2 questions right.
Well, she's not here, so I think the best thing is if you just ask the questions anyway, and we'll see if I would get them.
Right. Question 11. What is the highest mountain in Africa?
Kilimanjaro.
Correct.
There we go. These are easy.
And the final...
Yeah.
Okay, final question.
Yeah.
Other than it being the title of an Oasis album, where else would you find the words "Standing on the Shoulders of Giants"?
It's on, isn't it on Money? So it's on Money.
Oh, go on.
It's on like a £10 note.
Oh,
10
no.
pence piece.
No.
£20. I don't know. It's on Money. You ruined my best friend's jacket and our friendship. If anyone knows how I can hide from Katherine for the next 5 years. No, she's got a white jacket on. Sam, have we got any Tipex in the building? I honestly don't know. I don't know how to fix this. I just don't know how to fix this. 0344 499 1000. This is going to be an uncomfortable hour and a half of radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
If anyone can help. If anyone can help, with it's a white jacket. It is green marker pen, fluorescent green marker pen on a white jacket. It's literally a dot, and I think it's on her sleeve, and I think if she just held her arm across her chest, if she had a sling, if she had her arm in a sling, I don't think you'd notice it. So that's a suggestion I'm going to make to her. That's a suggestion that one of you could call in and make to her, please. Hello, Tony.
Yes.
Tony?
How are you?
I'm all right, Tony. Yes.
Well, that quiz was crap for starters.
Okay. Well, so is your call so far, but carry on. Let's see if it improves.
Well, that's not very nice.
Well, it's not very nice of you to slag off the last caller, Tony. Come on, make it better, boy.
I wasn't slagging him off. I'm just saying the quiz was crap.
I'm saying your call is crap. I'm saying your call is crap so far. Up your game, buddy.
And you were slagging Katherine off, poor woman.
Right, and you are boring. Get to the point.
So were you on that bloody I'm a Celebrity?
But yet you phoned in to talk to me. So who's the idiot?
I wanted to talk to you, but you didn't start the call very politely.
You started the call rudely. I carried on your rude tone. You loved me on I'm a Celebrity. You loved me on I'm a Celebrity. You voted for me, man. You voted for me. How sad is that?
No. The only reason I was watching that is because of Amir Khan.
Right. Okay. So you voted. You came round to liking me, and you voted for me.
I did not.
You voted for me on The Jungle. You loved me on The Jungle, and you're phoning me up now because you. Yeah, you did. You love me, and you're phoning me up now because you love me and you want to be me. Well, you know what? You can't beat me. I'll tell you something.
Go on.
Well, I haven't got anything to say, actually. I ran out of...
Well, all right, you are. You're sort of right, because when I was watching you on telly, I didn't really like you, but...
Here we go.
I stumbled across your radio station.
Come on, Tony.
And I have to be honest.
Here we go.
I do actually enjoy this.
Yeah, Tony! Tony! What you got for us, Tony?
You've kind of done it for me, so in the evening I don't jump in and I listen to the radio station.
Tony's got a crush on me, he wants to marry me. Wait till I'm divorced and then we will see.
No thanks.
Okay.
Come on, you take it one step too far, mate.
Come on, Tony. Live a little. Try a little bit of the love sausage.
No thanks, mate. Definitely not going down that way.
Oh,
No,
you don't have to go down. I will. Anyway, what do you want, Tony?
Right, I rang you to tell you about apprentices.
Apprentices?
No, apprentice. You know,
apprentices.
I run my own business and I get apprentices from college.
Yes.
I just wanted to moan about them.
Right.
Like, they don't really know. I know they come into work, but they don't show any enthusiasm. I gave them a task to do, they don't get it done.
Yeah.
And I just think it's a waste.
Right. What can we do to make this better?
Don't have apprentices.
Were they... Okay, here's the thing. Can I ask a question? Were they English?
Why does that matter?
Sorry?
Why does that matter?
Well, because the theory is, right, and I was just seeing if it was true.
Is this your own theory, or is this backed up?
This is backed up with stats. The theory is that English... They were young people, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and you can prove this wrong. The theory is that young English people, when they're confronted with having to work, they're like, no, I can't be bothered. But Asian, European, Eastern European, African young people, when they're confronted with work, they're like, yep, what do you want me to do? And then when I finish that, what should I do?
Some people might say you're being racist by saying that.
Well, those people don't understand what racism is.
Fair enough.
What was their country of birth?
It was England.
Yay, Tony, you know it! So you're the racist.
No.
You're a racist?
How am I a racist?
You're just saying that all English people are lazy?
You said that.
No, I didn't, mate. Well, I didn't.
I'm not bothered.
I think once we've edited the tape, it will definitely be you that says it.
Well, nobody listens to this again, do they?
No, that's true. Actually, you got a good point there.
Who was that guy that rang in? Was it Barry? You and him had that rap battle.
Yeah.
Who is he?
I don't know. Just some old guy.
All right, I thought you said he was on Noel Edmonds' show.
No, I don't know who he was. Just some silly old sausage. Here's my tip: get either an Asian, a European, preferably an Eastern European, or an African apprentice. You watch, man. You ain't gonna have to tell those guys twice.
And do I need to pay him the minimum wage?
Yeah, you can pay them less. They're foreign. They don't know what the money's worth. They ain't got a clue what the money's worth. Yeah, just give them a few coins and tell them it's £1 million.
That's it. They'll be up for that.
Thank you, Tony. You're racist. 03444991000. It's awkward. It's uncomfortable, but that's why we love this radio show. It's uncompromising. It's unflinching. What's the latest on the jacket scandal? Jacket Gate.
Okay, well, you'll be happy to know that most of it's come out.
Ooh, I'm not happy with that. Most of it.
Well, most of it's come out, and the jacket is machine washable, so I can probably stick it in the washing machine.
Right. Let me have a look at the damage.
It's very wet at the moment.
Okay.
I want
to see the jacket. Right.
Can't really see it. Look.
Yeah, because it's not most of it that's come out, mate.
It's very faintly there.
I can't see.
I will know it's there.
No. Let me have a look.
I will know it's there.
Let me have a
there,
look.
No.
No, not.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Yeah, bright green there. Yeah.
Where is it? I can't see it.
There.
Where?
There, where my finger is.
Can't see any. No, I don't see anything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're not really looking. I think you're.
Let me buy you a new one.
No, don't be silly.
No, because you were. Here's the thing, Kath. You were actually, and I know this, you were actually proper angry, rightfully so, because I assaulted you.
You luzzed a highlighter pen at me,
I luzzed a highlighter pen at you, and that could have been a knife, or a gun, or a flame.
No, you...
I assaulted you, and you were rightfully angry.
Also, you unsheathed it telling me you were doing it.
So you were warned. So in many ways...
And I was saying, no, I've got a white jacket. Slow motion.
But what's great is now, because you're realising that you actually... You took it a little bit too far.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, explain that bit to me, because I missed that.
You took the anger a little bit too far.
I think I was very...
It's been I've got mental health issues. And I'm getting divorced. So it's a really tough time for me. So you took it too...
I'm just a working mum trying to do her best and earning a lot less than you. I'm just trying to look nice when I leave the house, because the rest of the time I'm covered in other people's bodily fluids.
My mum's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So you're... We're laughing now because the tension's been broken, because your anger was so out...
My tension's not broken.
You what? You've had 2 kids. We're laughing because the tension is broken, but the tension was only there because you got too angry.
I don't think I did.
No, you don't.
I think
the listener does.
I stand by my reaction. I think I was restrained.
I think it was over the top. I think it was unnecessary. I think it was.
So hang on a minute. Am I supposed to apologise to you?
Yes, please. And more importantly, the listener, for making them feel uncomfortable. This is a fun, light-hearted radio show. You made it as uncomfortable as like James O'Brien interviewing Nigel Farage.
Oh God, no.
So you overreacted. I've apologised for the assault. I've apologised for that. The stain is
really
gone.
It's cold in here as well. Now
One of the callers, Oliver, in fact. Oliver.
Hi, Iain and Kath.
Oliver, you made a really good suggestion about a sling, didn't you?
I can't remember what you said, Ian.
No.
You put a sling and cover your thing. I can't remember.
Oliver's phoned in and said, he texted in and we phoned him back. He said if you put your arm in a sling, you wouldn't see it. They wouldn't see the green stain on the jacket.
Why not just a badge? That would be a better suggestion.
Or a badge. Oliver's full of ideas. You should listen to Oliver.
I've got a few ideas.
Hello?
Oliver, what have you called in for?
Can I have your, the list?
Oh, yeah, you want to go on the list. Who are you?
Yeah, I want to go on the list.
Who are you?
I want to be a God hater.
Ooh, hater of God. Oliver, tell me why.
He's a bit of a C word, isn't he?
No! Well, hang on, but that means
Wouldn't you call somebody a C word if they gave you cancer? If they made a reality in where animals eat each other alive, where you get horrible illnesses, I'm reading off a list.
You're just describing YouTube.
Yeah, well, there's another thing as well. Parasites coming out of dogs' faces and people who like them.
Have you... Well, hang on a minute. Hang on a second, because I think the people that like seeing parasites being squeezed out of dogs' faces, I don't think it's fair to lump those in with bad things that a God has created, because I'm one of those. I like seeing what is it, Ghanaian mango flies being squeezed. Go and Google it, YouTube it. Thanks to the people who, I think it was
I don't enjoy it.
Casey told us that last week. Go and Google it. I enjoy it, Oliver, and God damn it, no one's getting hurt.
The poor little innocent dog. That's like a child. They say animals have the same intelligence as young children. So that you're basically watching like a child have parasites fly out.
Is that video available? Because if it is, I would love to see it. So you believe in God?
No, not really.
Well, then you can't be a hater of God.
Oh, he might.
Now we're getting there.
But he might exist. I can say they might exist, and if they do, that's a terrible, awful thing.
Do you want to learn how to win loads of points with the listeners, Oliver?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think God... You're talking about God, are you? Yeah, I think she might exist.
Yeah, I was going to say she,
they... all of the harm with the green marker pen has been undone because I said that God might be a woman. Of course he wouldn't. He'd be a bloke. But I've said it, and the women at home are like, ooh, Ian. Ooh, yes. We like that. We like that, Ian. Thank you. You think God might be a lady.
Yeah, after you just described all the terrible things.
Yeah.
Classically, he does.
Okay. Well, Oliver, if anything, you've made things a little bit worse here, mate, so I'm going to let you go.
Okay. But I'm on the list, right?
You're definitely
You're on a list,
You're
yeah.
on my list.
Yeah. Let's have some adverts.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
On Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
03444991000 is the telephone number. Let's go to Scott.
Whoa.
Oh, Scott.
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm fine, man. How you doing, man?
Yeah, what's happening?
I'm doing the radio show, man.
How's it going?
It's a hit and miss.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Why, what's happened?
You know.
No, I don't. I've not really been listening that much. I listened to the last guy talking about God.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, it was alright. It was a bit boring.
Yeah?
But you're gonna up the ante a bit, aren't you, Scott? I can feel the vibe. You got what it takes to make phone-in radio exciting again.
I love your optimism.
Okay, well, let's see where we go.
By the way, I want to say thank you for playing my video on your... wait there.
Said he?
I know. I had to... What are the rules on this?
The rules are you're not allowed to swear, and if you say an F-bomb, you get cut off. Them's the rules.
All right, yeah, I won't do that.
No, you won't.
I'll flirt with it, though.
Oh?
No, I wanted to say thank you for playing the video.
Yes.
Of Ground Force.
Oh, that was you. That was you. That was from your warped mind.
Yeah, I apologise for that.
I enjoyed it. What you didn't hear.
Did you?
Sorry?
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Oh, it's very kind of you.
Yeah, well, I'm a kind guy. You're a weirdo though. Just judging by this phone call.
Misunderstood.
No. I think you're very understood. But judging by this phone call, because I enjoyed the video, but this phone call was uncomfortable.
Well, it should be, yeah, and rightly so.
Right. Okay. All right. What do you want to say?
I didn't. I was just seeing how you were. What's been happening with you? Okay. Just making sure you're okay, man.
Yeah, I'm just talking to bell ends on the radio. That's all. 03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You're very, very welcome. So. Where's here we go. Listen to this. You give people a chance and they're weird.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, the 8-foot escaped python that slithered up a toilet and into a blind man's shower. Oh! Let's just hope he wasn't listening to Porn for the Blind. Wrapped around a shower. Look at the size of that.
That's like the third python story I've heard in the last couple of weeks. There was one earlier in the week of this woman who woke up with a python lying next to her.
I'm just about to move into a new farmyard residence. I hope there are no pythons on the loose. Wrapped around a shower, an 8-foot escaped python lies in wait, having slithered up through a lavatory. Most of us would probably scream in horror if we were confronted by this terrifying sight. But Stuart Saunders, who is blind, was unfortunately none the wiser. And he tried to pick it up several times, thinking it was a roll of insulation. Aye, what's the blind guy doing keeping insulation in his toilet? What's the guy doing there? The 60-year-old from Exeter was listening to music. Oh, he can hear music, can he?
He's blind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right, sorry. When he heard crashing sounds coming from his bathroom on Sunday night and went to investigate. Oh, nosy blind guy. He said, "Things began falling. I thought the wind from the window may have blown them over. A toothbrush and glass, a bottle of bleach and shampoo had all fallen down."
What's that voice for?
It's my blind man voice.
Okay.
When I picked them up, I noticed this thing on the floor, like insulation had come up.
Sounds a bit like Morrissey.
Eventually, his support worker burst into the room and told him the intruder was a giant snake. "Stuart, it's a bloody snake! Get away from it!" They rang police, but it was staff from a nearby pet shop, Exeter Exotics, who came over to catch it. "It left the bathroom in an awful mess with gunge on the wall. The whole bathroom has to be deep cleaned," said Mr. Saunders. "I've never touched a snake before that I can remember."
You'd remember.
"It was curled around the toilet and around the shower. That's why everything was being knocked over. It's lucky I wasn't in there showering or masturbating. What? That's what he says. That's what the guy says. That's what the guy says. Let's just cut this guy off because he's being an idiot. Exeter Exotics is looking after the escaped python and appealing for its owner to come forward. Pythons are one of the largest types of snake. They are non-venomous and they kill their prey by squeezing them to death before swallowing them in one piece. Do you
remember that song we used to play? I'm being swallowed by a boa constrictor.
Yeah, but with the tune, yeah.
I'm being spoiled by a boa constrictor.
You're not singing the right words.
I'm being swallowed by a boa constrictor. And I don't like it very much. Oh, no.
You're not even singing...
He swallowed my toe.
No, shush, you mean this. Right, here we go. This is what you mean. Here we go. Let's see how far...
I'm being swallowed by a boa constrictor. I'm being swallowed by a boa constrictor. I'm being swallowed by a boa constrictor. And I don't like it very much. Oh no, he swallowed my toe, he swallowed my toe. Oh gee, he's up to my knee, he's up to my knee. Oh fiddle, he's reached my middle, he's reached my middle. Oh heck, he's up to my neck, he's up to my neck. Oh dread, he swallowed my...
Do you want to hear the cooler version of it?
Yeah, I know which one it's going to be.
This is a great version. Here we go. Listen to this. The man in black himself.
I'm getting swallowed by boa constrictor.
Anyway, you know the song. You know who wrote that? You know what the other song that guy wrote? Who wrote that? Sylvia's mother says...
Is it Shel Silverstein?
Sylvia's busy. She's to play the... Sylvia's mother says... Somebody's gonna make it a life of no. Sylvia's mother says, oh, no, you know, I don't wanna see it anymore. And the operator says the same, for the next so many, yeah. This is Amy, I just gotta talk to him. Gonna keep her down. Driving to Texas, I just gotta settle. No. Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah, singing Sylvia's mother.
Were you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Vogue magazine says Brazilian waxes have fallen out of favour and advised fashion eaters that the full bush is back.
Oh, God.
The Style Bible recommended a 5-step pubic hair regime. Just let that sentence sink in.
We were wondering, weren't we, yesterday, what the next thing would be?
Yeah.
Right, because there's been... the eyebrows has been a big thing at the moment. From no eyebrows virtually in the 1990s when we were encouraged to sort of have like one hair's width all the way across and then coloured in. Now they're massive. So we wondered what the next thing was going to be. I thought noses. I thought we were going to have nose jobs to make them bigger. Turns out, bush.
The Style Bible recommended a 5-step pubic hair regime for women that involves trimming with scissors, exfoliating, be careful, starting a gentle cleansing regime using a conditioning oil like beard oil, and wearing cotton underwear. It comes after celebs such as Gwyneth Paltrow, Lady Gaga and Cameron Diaz spoke out in favour of the natural look down below.
Well, I wouldn't take Gwyneth Paltrow's advice on all things below the belt. She steams hers.
Yeah, what? I bet Lady Gaga's fanny's covered in, I don't know, bricks or or sausages or like smoke. Bet you pull down her pants if she's wearing any. It's just like smoke around there. You got to waft it away before
like a
you can get
Duran
in there.
concert.
Yeah. You got to waft it away. Where is it? There it is. Oh, what are you doing? Sorry, there's so much smoke. I can't see where I'm supposed to go. You shouldn't have smoke around your fanny. Oh my God. There should be nothing there or here. You got smoke down here. You know what? I'm out. And that is why me and Lady Gaga split up.
Yeah.
She had smoke round her fanny. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The wild man of late night radio, Iain Lee.
Differently interesting nocturnal emissions from a legend of late night radio. On air and off the leash.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And if I get drunk, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I hammer, whatever that means, I'm gonna be the man who's hammering you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
That was rubbish. Someone said I should listen to their version. It's a band called Less Than Jake, and someone said you should listen to their version of I Think I Love You. And I did, and then it suggested, well, that song. And I thought, yeah, I know it's rubbish. 0344 499. What's the number?
1000.
There we go. That's it. You give us a call about anything you want. We're tired. I bought a house. I bought a farm today. I've ruined my best friend's jacket.
You haven't. It's fine.
No. And I threw a pen at Catherine's.
Oh.
So it's been a. It's been a really emotional. It's been a roller coaster of emotion, guys. I just want to say that. I can do Trump. I just want to say that. That's the best Trump I've ever done. I just want to say that I just want to say. I'm scared. What? Okay, it's been a roller coaster of emotion, guys. Got to pull my chest up. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, guys.
Well, that's getting a bit more.
Isn't it?
Spencer.
I'm going to stop now.
Yes.
Because I did it. Let's go to Christian. Christian, I did it. Jesus Christ. Hey, Christian.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, hello, mate. Hello, mate. Yay. So, the evil plan is all in place.
Baloney.
Baloney. We're going to now with the bombs all over town. The money shall be ours. Yeah. Yes, man. Yes, man.
I love your video show.
Oh, your video make me so horny. Your video so horny. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah.
Hello, Cassie.
Hello.
Don't bring me into this.
Hello, pretty lady. Hey.
Hello,
pretty lady.
Cassie. You are so lovely. You got lovely hair and a leopard skin top. Oh, Ian, you have got a short beard and you have a black T-shirt, yeah.
He knows I have a black T-shirt. He's reading my mind.
Christian, you've got a creepy voice, and I don't like the idea of you watching us, 'cause I have a feeling you are naked from the waist down, and that's why your voice has gone funny.
You should stop singing. Rubbishy rubbish. Your singing is tree. I love your singing. It is absolutely.
You are so right. My singing is good tonight, and Catherine's is rubbishy rubbish.
Well, the truth is you are a pair of bellends, and nobody wants to hear either of you.
Stop singing, 'cause you are rubbish. Oh, singing is awesome. I think you're brilliant.
You wanna kiss him on the winky woo. Why don't you just ask him out instead of singing like a knob?
Kath.
Christian.
Pinky toes on them. Oh, Iain Lee, I think your singing is awesome. But Katherine, she sounds like a...
Steady.
Moose.
Steady. 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 Steady.
Shanty pony.
Steady. 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 I'm going to the farm to work on the farm. I'm gonna get my hands dirty on the farm.
Oh, please, Liam, don't go to the farm. 'Cause if you do, I'm gonna chop my bum off. Oh, okay.
What did he say?
Don't know, but I just dumped you.
Thanks for the call, Christian. I appreciate it.
Never call again. I hate you. Bye.
What did he say at the end?
I hate his guts. Hate his guts.
Don't be so silly.
No, I mean it. I'm going to hunt him down and I'm going to I'll chop his bum off.
It's disgusting.
No, I totally disagree with sex with a robot. How do you work that one out?
Pample. Pample, pample.
A biddly biddly bong.
Blimey!
It's disgusting.
Night night, everybody. Night night.
Don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on. We're now about to hear some bullshine about a bank of dreams and imagining a robot god that loves everybody. You ready? Here we go. Evening, George.
That's very pathetic of you.
Isn't it? Very pathetic of you. George, we have noticed that the last 3 or 4 calls, and we love your calls, and we love talking to you, but the last 3 or 4 calls have been very, very, you've been repeating yourself, and we are wondering if that is a symptom of a problem or an unhappiness or something, because normally your calls are exciting and take us on realms of fantasy, but your last 3, 4, 5 calls, they've just been exactly the same.
Have they?
Yeah. Yes, they have.
I love my facts.
I don't know. I just think that what I'm being made to imagine is really lovely, and I'm just trying to share that imagination, because it's all about imagination, and if people can share that imagination, then we can change everything, and I'm quite convinced that everything is going to change, and that it will start to change here in London, and I'm just very optimistic about the future, and I just think that, as I say, the world is going to change, and it's going to change into something very lovely, and I just wish to talk about it. So if I'm repeating myself,
but you've told us about it. You've told us many, many times.
Yeah, but can you not share that imagination?
No, well, I've imagined it, and I imagined it, but I don't want to keep imagining it 4 or 5 times.
No, I understand that, but anyway, I'm trying to get my predictions into print somehow, but haven't succeeded in doing that yet.
Yes,
but it's just the music side of it, and different bands are coming together, and everything is in motion, and I'm very excited by it, and would love to think that you have a part to play in it.
But I'm not excited by it because I don't think it's going to happen.
You don't think it is?
No, happening? I've told you this loads of times. I think it's a nice idea, but I don't think it's going to happen.
It's well into the mystic. It really is very mystical and is all prophesied in Scripture.
I don't believe the Bible.
I know you don't, but
I think it's a load of old nonsense. Some bits of it are quite nice, some bits of it are quite boring, some bits of it are beautifully written, some bits of it are terribly written, but it's a story, and that's it.
No, it's not it. It's the New Testament is every letter of the Greek alphabet has a numerical value, and you have to translate all.
No.
Yes, you do. What do you mean? No.
Now you're saying you're reading Tom Brown. Is it Tom Brown?
I don't know.
Code?
I haven't read Tom Brown.
Dan Brown.
Daniel Brown.
Which book did he write?
He wrote the Da Vinci Code.
Oh no. I mean, you're given the clue in the Book of Revelations where it talks about the number 666.
Oh.
So that is telling you there's something there to translate.
No, it's not. It's not. You'll get more wisdom out of a Harry Potter book.
You really don't know what you're talking about.
You're talking rubbish, man. The Bible is a load of old nonsense, and some people get great comfort from it, and that's great. And some people hate it, and that's great.
The people that read it can't understand.
Well, that's patronising. That's patronising.
And the people that could understand it don't read it.
Well, that's patronising on the people that read it.
The whole thing.
That's patronising on the people that read it and get great comfort out of it.
I'm not talking about the comfort out of it, is understanding what it's telling us.
But everyone understands the Bible in a completely different way, and you're now saying you've got to get a calculator and a ruler out to understand it?
In the New Testament, you need to translate it all into numbers, yes, and the numbers tell their own.
You go and do that, and we'll get on with our lives.
I really can't understand your attitude.
I can't understand your nonsense. I am questioning your. I'm questioning what I consider to be nonsense, and you're getting arsey about it. That's the attitude.
I told you at the beginning when we started talking that 42 years ago I went through some very mystical experiences, and part of those experiences was being guided to read the Bible in a very different way.
I'm saying that I don't think that the Bible is a book that has to be decoded with numbers, and you're telling me I've got an attitude? I think you've got an attitude tonight.
There's 66 books in the Bible, 39 in the Old Testament and 27 in the New Testament. There's 66 chapters in the prophet Isaiah. The first 39 chapters were written by one character and the last 27 by a different character. This all links together, and the Bible is the most amazing book in the world, and it will be understood, and your thinking will change.
That's the second thing you said that's quite arrogant and patronising. My thinking will be changed? What? Well, why won't your thinking be changed? Because you're right and I'm wrong. There's an arrogance to your tone tonight, George, that isn't normally there.
Yes, because I hear you saying things about the Bible, and you haven't got a clue what the Bible is about.
Well, now you're just being rude and arrogant. You are being rude, George. You are being rude. You are being rude.
No, I'm not. I'm being factual.
Okay. Well, let me play the factual game.
Yes.
You're talking bollocks. Now that's me being factual. Well, it's not. It's an opinion. Just like yours is not a fact. It's an opinion.
Yeah, but it's a really silly opinion.
No, it's not that you're talking bollocks. No, it's not actually. It's not a silly opinion.
You don't accept that I was taken on a mystical trip 42 years ago.
Well, that's not what we're talking about.
And was guided to read the Bible in a very different way. That's not what we're
talking about. We're talking about the Bible being the most amazing book that you have to decode with numbers. And you are telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. And you know what? I'm telling you that you don't know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about.
Well, I do know what I'm talking about. Why don't we get our dicks out and measure them?
No, Ian, it's... what can I say?
You're being quite arrogant and patronising tonight, which I think is beneath you. You're better than that.
Well, I don't mean to be arrogant or patronising, but I am aware of things that are written in the Bible and the meaning of things that are written in the Bible.
Yeah, in your opinion.
And I'm aware that it is all a script. And
your opinion is that it's all a script, yes. But you're not aware of it as fact. Because I'm aware of it as fact that is rubbish. So, and your tone tonight is incredible.
No, you really do not know what you're talking about.
There's the arrogance and there's the patronising again.
No,
it is. That is a fact. That what you said there, the sentence you said and the tone in which you said it was arrogant and patronising. When you tell someone they do not know what they are talking about, that's arrogant.
I don't.
No, you don't.
It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be arrogant.
No, but it is. It is though. Whether it's meant to be or not, it is. Okay, it's arrogant. It's arrogant. I don't think you know what you're talking about. You're talking nonsense, man.
No, you have no respect for my story.
You have no respect for. I've got respect for your story. You've got no respect for my opinion at all. At all. No respect for it, man.
That's true.
Right, well then why should I... Right, fine, okay, I'm glad you've admitted it. Then why should I respect you? If you don't have any respect for me, why should I respect you?
I'm not asking you to respect me.
You've just accused me of not having respect. You've just accused me of not having respect for you. You're the one that brought up respect for you from me.
No, I'm saying I have a very mystical story to tell, and you're not into the mystic.
No, you've told the story. You've told the story.
No, I haven't.
George, how many times have we had? How many times have you called us?
I don't know.
Well, I can probably look it up a lot, and we've heard your story, and we've entertained it as a possibility.
And I love having you on, but just tonight, there's a real tone from you, and I'm bleeding, look. There's a real tone, and there's an arrogance from you that I think is beneath you, and it makes me feel very unhappy that you would not speak to me like an equal, that you would speak down to me.
I don't mean to speak down to you.
You said you've got no respect for me.
I'm just aware of things that you're not aware of.
Okay, but you just said you got no respect for me.
I didn't say I have no respect. I have no respect for your opinion on the Bible, because, as I say,
you're expanding it out, because that's not what you said before.
Isn't it?
No.
What did I say before?
You said you've got no respect for me.
No. I never.
You might have said you've got no respect for my opinions, but that was a full stop at the end of that.
Your opinion about the Bible.
Well, you didn't say that. You said you've got no respect for my opinions. So why should I entertain your nonsense?
I never said it.
Yes, you did, mate. You did. Well, okay, so now I'm lying.
No, you're just mistaken.
Now there's your arrogance, and there's your arrogance again. No, because no one else, only you can be right.
No, I'm saying you can play it back. I'm sure I didn't say I don't respect your opinions. I'm sure I never said any such thing.
Yeah, I'm sure that you did. So we're having another dick measuring competition.
No, you can play it back.
You can't accept. Who is right. You can't accept that there is a chance on any level that you might be wrong. You can't accept that.
Of course I can.
Well, accept it then. Accept that you might be wrong.
Yeah, but you accept that you might be wrong.
I do accept that I might be wrong.
Okay, so
I can do that quite willingly. But you are unable to accept that you might be wrong, because you don't, as you said, you don't respect my opinions. Full stop.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, I think you did.
Yeah. Well, so we have to play it back to find out who's right here.
Oh, for God's sake, no! It's bad enough living it in real time.
Is it?
Yes, it's getting a bit tedious.
It is.
It's getting boring now. I'm sorry to be tedious and boring.
Okay. Next time you phone in something different. Instead of talking about Bank of Gazillion Wonders and patronising and arrogance, phone in about I don't know anything, man.
What's happening to our podcast?
It's happening. I've got the house today. I get the internet next week, and then once I've got that set up, I can start editing. I can start putting your tapes into a digital format.
Brilliant.
So it's going to happen, man.
Good.
Nice to talk to you, man. See you later.
Cheers.
Bye. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Reno doesn't know my output very well. Emailed in. Would you dare say the Quran is a load of old rubbish? Not a chance. Too scared. The Quran's a load of old rubbish. I think all the holy books are a load of old rubbish. I think they're good stories. Some bits are brilliantly written. Some bits are badly written. If they bring comfort to people, that's great. If they cause violence in people, all holy books, then that's not so great. But yeah, no, I think the Quran's a load of old rubbish. Yeah, sorry, would you expect me to be too scared because I'm a liberal and I just want to embrace all the Muslims and I'm scared of saying anything in case they kill me? Is that what you're thinking? Well, get stuff, mate. People who called me out for having an argument with a Christian that got me the sack at the BBC. You'd never speak like that to a Muslim. If you go back 6 months before, I did. So get stuffed, you idiots. You're making up your own narrative that is not based in reality. It's based in your own fear and hatred. So get stuffed. Let's go. Ooh.
What you got?
2 Pauls. Let's go to South Wales, Paul, first. Good evening, South Wales, Paul.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul, what you got, man?
Well, it was kind of on topic, really. But I don't want to feel like I'm, George bashing, because it's great. It's just, I had 2 Jehovah's Witnesses knock the door today.
Oh, yeah.
They were, to be fair to them, they were really polite and respectful, and I was able to challenge them. I had a good chat for about 10 minutes with them.
Yeah.
And eventually, they were the ones who left. Rather than me having to shut the door or anything, they were the ones who left.
You bought them off?
Oh, I think I did.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. But what I wanted to talk about really was how, I can find it offensive sometimes when people impose or inflict their on somebody else. And I'll tell you about my mum, if that's all right.
Yeah, your line's breaking up a bit, man, so, yeah, go on.
Sorry, dude. Well, a few weeks ago, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I went for an interview, a job interview.
Yeah.
My mum is a big Christian and stuff, right? So I'd stopped on the way to the my mum's, and she said, don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. I've had a word with the big man upstairs and all this.
Oh.
I know.
Mr. Grace.
So she sent me off with that, and I know that that's coming from a good place. I know that's meaning well, right? But my thoughts were, as soon as I left, I was in the car and thinking, well, does that mean if I get this job now, then that's nothing to do with me, nothing to do with how hard I've worked or, how well I've prepared or anything else.
Yeah.
It's all the kind of credit is given to something else.
Yeah.
But if I don't get the job, what's going to happen is you can start blaming a God.
What if someone else's mum prayed to God as well? Is it the person who prays the longest or prays the hardest?
Yeah. It's got to be, isn't it? She needs to up her praying game.
Did you not get the job?
No, I didn't get it.
God doesn't exist. We've proved it. There we go. We've
Oh, no, but then the explanation would be, it's not in the plan.
Yeah.
There's something else coming along.
That's a challenge that God has set you, and that's why that kid got cancer.
Yeah.
I had a friend whose child died, and they were told by their friends at the church that the child had been a learning soul. And it was all about their betterment. You think, God, really?
Oh, my God. I'm waiting for them to come back, these Jehovah's Witnesses. They told me they're going to come back. They actually said they're going to read up the Bible and come back to me. They're going to do some homework. I was talking about Lot and how his daughters, essentially date raped him.
Hey, well, Noah didn't have Noah lived to be like 900 and had sex with his daughter.
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, okay, this is what I've been meaning to do, and I keep meaning to text my sister this, and Catherine, you can't play because you got this straight away. Paul, you know the singer Roy Orbison?
Yes.
Right, no one Google this, right? How old was Roy Orbison when he died?
78.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. But Paul, no, it's not. But stay tuned. Let's try Paul in London. Paul?
Hello?
How old was... what?
Good evening.
How old was Roy Orbison when he died?
67.
52.
Wow.
Isn't it? I only found out yesterday. He was 7 years older than me when he died. I thought he was in his 50s when he sang Pretty Woman. He was 52 when he died.
Oh man,
Roy Orbison. He looked so old forever.
Yeah, he looked like an old rocker when he was in his 40s.
Yeah, didn't he? And I texted Kath that going, Kath, have a guess how old Roy Orbison was when he died. Immediately came back, 52. I went, oh man, you can't play any games like that with Catherine. Anyway, what would you like to say, my darling?
I just need to say, old George needs to give up the drugs.
Yep.
Stop smoking the weed, man.
I don't know.
You're not going to be in his film if you carry on upsetting him, and I'm looking forward to that.
Well, listen, because I hold no ill feelings towards him, and I hope he sees it as a locking of. We're all playing a part, according to him. We're all just reciting our script that has been written for us, right? So I enjoy his calls. I just think they've been very repetitive, and there was a tone tonight.
I feel like he's getting frustrated that we're not going by the script that he's got in his head.
Yeah. We're improvising. We've gone off script. We've gone off book.
He doesn't appreciate our jazz.
Can I say what I was ringing up for originally?
Yes, please, mate.
The other week when Katie was on with Kath, I meant to ring up, I didn't get through. To do with the pen marker on Katie Puckrick, she said she had minging gym tops. And if you put half a cup of baking powder and half a cup of washing powder into your wash, it gets rid of anything. It's really, really good.
You sure you don't... Baking powder rather than bicarb?
No, baking powder.
All right. Okay.
Or
hang on a minute.
Bicarb's a smell, isn't it?
Hang on a minute. You're phoning in for a topic on a show that I wasn't present for that happened 2 weeks ago.
No, but you just called it tonight.
Goodbye.
You just reminded him by staining me.
Jeez. I did not the thing. Chris.
Hello?
Hello, Chris.
Hello?
Yes, Chris. Turn your radio off.
Can you hear me? Oh, so I turn my radio off. Hang on, sorry.
Yes, turn your radio off, please, Chris.
Can you hear me now?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately?
What would you like to say, caller?
I've got something to say. So I've got two things to say. One is, Mr. Lee, you're a complete inspiration.
Oh.
And I listen to your podcasts and your radio every single evening. And it puts a massive smile on my face. I've been
best place for a smile to be.
I think, a very similar situation to you. Yes. I have a 9 and a 6-year-old child.
Oh, man. The child is 9 and 6? It's a shapeshifter? An age shifter?
And I'm going through a divorce, which I think is quite similar to your situation.
Yeah.
And I've had to move out and move into a new house.
Are you buying have you bought a farm? Are you on a farm? I'm on a farm now.
I haven't.
1,500 cattle.
I haven't been lucky enough to buy a farm.
Oh, man. It's great.
I've only been lucky enough to buy a house in Watford, but, you know.
Hey, Watford, Watford's all right.
Well, I didn't get the joy of going into the jungle, getting whatever it was.
£250,000.
Pigs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pigs hoo-ha.
Yeah, pigs hoo-ha, £250,000.
My point, Ian, if I could just say so,
you can do it.
Yeah, of course I could.
Do it.
Maybe.
Okay.
I could go into the jungle, but I don't think anyone's going to pay me £250,000.
No. Well, no. I meant you'll get your point. But Yusuf, how long ago was your divorce, man?
About 18 months ago.
Oh, what? 18 months that you left, or 18 months that it got finalised?
I left. It's not finalised, but I left 18 months ago.
Oh, okay. So still, you're still in the thick of it.
Yeah.
How are you finding it, brother?
It's horrid.
Isn't it?
I'm getting absolutely raped for every penny.
Well, yeah, that's not great.
No.
But I'm happy. I want to pay my way. I want to, meet my responsibilities financially. I'm not hiring a top hotshot lawyer to get me out and save me money. I'm happy to meet my responsibilities.
And I agree with you 1,000%.
Yep.
My kids were my priority, and I'm not going to employ a lawyer that's going to save me a few grand.
Yep.
Why would I do that? My kids' happiness and their well-being is my priority.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I'm
As it
very
should be.
happy.
As it should be.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a bit serious, isn't it?
That's right. We're allowed to get serious. I get my stereo tomorrow. For the first time in 2 years, I'm going to be living with my cat, and I'm going to have my stereo. Let's just say the old vinyl is coming out. It's going to get dusted down. We're going to be listening to some fat tracks. My neighbours are going to get to know me very, very well via the bass going through the wall.
Well, I saw your bedroom on Twitter earlier, and that looks like an absolute
It's not bad, is it?
belter.
It's not.
Yeah, not bad.
It's not bad, is it? The boy done good. The boy from Slough done good. Hey, Chris, hang in there, man. You'll get there.
All right, dude.
Thank you, fella. Take care. Let's go to Sarah. Good evening, Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
Hello, Sarah, my old friend.
I just wanted to end the show on a bit of a more positive note.
You've got 25 minutes until the end of the show. We're going to end. We're going to end
Soon,
now.
probably. But I spoke to you about a month or so ago when I did the quiz questions, and you were very competitive, and you won the quiz questions that I gave you when I'd come in from my quiz night.
Yes.
And anyway, the guy a few calls ago was being a bit disrespectful to you.
Yeah.
And what made me want to ring in, well, one, I'm very drunk, I apologise, but I am very drunk.
Yeah, that's what we like, drunk Sarahs.
And I'm having, I'd like to know, what is the name of a wonky Wednesday for a Tuesday, if that makes sense? Does that make sense to you?
Catherine,
What is a wonky Wednesday, but what's a wonky Tuesday? There's got to be a name for it. I don't know what it is.
Well, what's
But
a wonky Wednesday? When things go wrong on a Wednesday?
Wednesday is when it's midweek and you just far too drunk and you probably plan to have
Tipsy Tuesday?
Yeah, maybe that would be good. That would be good.
Topsy-turvy Tuesday?
I like that. That's kind of good.
Tossers Tuesday? That's not. No. You like that?
That's the other thing I wanted to say. When I heard the other guy being a little bit, you were sort of having a bit of to and fro, and he was very disrespectful to you.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, excuse me, because I am very drunk. When I went on to your show ages ago, a month ago, when I gave the quiz, I told everyone.
And I won the quiz, didn't I? Just to reiterate
and yes, you did. You did win the quiz. I told everyone, and they were like, "Oh, that's brilliant." When I said who you were, I I'll be honest with you, I didn't know if everyone would immediately relate to who you were, if that makes sense.
That's fair. Fair point.
But they did. They were like, "Oh, Iain Lee.
Awesome.
He was funny. He was on The Jungle." And so people, more than I expected, knew who you were, liked who you were, and said that you were funny and people are too quick to complain when things are bad, when service is bad, when things are bad, but they never tell people when things are good. So I thought I wanted to ring you and tell you that when I talked about you to my friends, they all said that, "Oh yeah, he's cool. We like him. He's brilliant."
You should get drunk more often, Sarah.
No, and I'm not just saying. No, I know you're going to.
And I'm not just saying it because I'm drunk, but I flipping love you.
People don't. But people, I've always said it. People are too quick to moan. No one ever says when things are good.
Well, bless you.
And when the guy's being disrespectful to you, I thought, no, I need to ring up and say, A, about the wonky Wednesday, Tuesday thing, and B, actually, there are a lot of people out there that think you're pretty cool.
Yeah, you're wicked, Sarah. Thank you very much. Go and drink some water.
Yes, I do need to drink water. But thank you anyway. It's just a quick call. Thank you. And when the next quiz, I'll ring up or something.
Nice one, and I'll win that. Thank you, Sarah. Take care. What a lovely lady.
Love you, man.
Well, I flipping love it. And I'm not just saying it because I'm drunk.
No, don't laugh. Don't laugh because I really mean it, man.
That was a nice call.
Yeah, it was. She meant it.
We've got another 20 minutes of the show before Paul Ross comes in. 034. Well, I don't really feel we've done anything tonight. I've got all these stories. 52. Roy Orbison was 52 when he died. Seriously, when Paul said, I thought he was about 72, 75. 52. I never liked Roy Orbison. I don't think he had very good songs. I liked Pretty Woman, of course. And I liked I Drove All Night. I like that one.
Although, it's problematic.
Yeah.
Crept in Your Room.
Wasn't there another one? with kettle drums in? What's the one with kettle drums in the 80s?
I like the hand movements.
There's kettle drum movement.
Um.
Boom, boom. What was that song? Boom.
Anything you want, you got it.
Boom, boom.
Anything you want, you got it.
Boom, boom.
Anything you got it, baby.
That was a good one. The rest of it was crap, though. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
Anything you want, you got it.
That's nearly Cher.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Hello, Jack.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jack. Welcome to the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, star of Channel 4's The 11 O'Clock Show and the ITV's I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here 2017, and also Catherine Boyle.
Wow, absolute pleasure to speak to you.
It's a pleasure to speak to you, Jack.
Thank you. Right, we're having a slight debate, me and my friend, at this ridiculous time of night.
Okay.
So we're thinking, right?
Yeah.
Do you think we would have developed, flight, passenger planes and all that, if there was no such thing as birds? Nothing natural in the skies. Do you think we'd have discovered, flight on aeroplanes and whatnot?
Yes.
Yeah. What about leaves fluttering and stuff? That would have given us ideas, wouldn't it?
Yeah, very possibly. Do you think we'd have done it as early as we did?
No.
Or a lot later?
I think we'd have done it a lot later. And the reason when flight really took off, pun intended, thanks guys, was because the study of the aerodynamics of the wing. So having the wing on a bird made people going, well, why aren't these planes with pedals, when we're on a bicycle and 8 rows of wings, why aren't they working? And someone said, let's look at the aerodynamics of a bird. I mean, it's curved, which means the air lifts it up. So it certainly sped up the process, being able to shoot a bird and then cut its wings off, rip its wings off with your teeth and look at the aerodynamics of said dead bird. So we would have got there, but I think if birds hadn't existed, we would have got to the moon quicker, because moon technology, spaceships, are not based on wing technology. There's no wings on the old 60s. Forget the shuttle. Forget that. Not talking about the shuttle, which was a folly. There were no wings on the old 50s, 60s, 70s rockets.
Aren't there fins?
No, there's no wing. There's no wings. My statement is true. Of course, the rocket. What is the rocket based on? Let's start with you, Jack. What is the rocket based on?
Well, that is a brilliant question, Ian, but I have no idea.
Catherine, what's the rocket based on?
Like a bullet or something?
The penis.
What?
The rocket is the ultimate phallic object. It's penis-shaped, it's long, it's erect, it's pointing upwards, and it's going up.
And then it comes down again.
No, it doesn't. Well, right.
Certainly not based on my friend's penis.
Okay, well, what's your friend's penis like? I don't want to know. Does it explode on re-entry?
Oh, God.
Wow.
Really quickly.
I made myself laugh at that! Because I said it and I knew it was funny. Then as I heard it, I thought, oh, that's actually filthy and funny. That's the best kind of joke.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we would have had rockets earlier and they would have been been more like my penis. I hope that answers the question, Jack.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you, mate. There we go. Let's go to Barney.
I mean, I wish you'd have done how.
Let's go to Barney. Good evening, Barney.
Hello.
Hello, Barney.
Hello. This is the Pseudo Europa Persona Super Heterodyne channel.
Yes, that's correct. What can we do for you, caller?
Good. Well, I have been listening to you in the last week, and I have been hearing you talking about the magnetophone. You know the magnetophone?
The magnetophone. Remind me about the magnetophone.
About the what do you call tape? Tape.
The tape. The cassettes.
Yeah,
cassettes. Yeah.
And
Kassetten.
Ja.
Kleine Magnetophonen. Es ist dann aus den Audiokassetten.
Ja. This is correct.
Kleine Magnetophon.
Yeah. And I have this this reminds me of a question.
Okay, we finish at 1 o'clock though, so you know, get a wriggle on, buddy.
Yeah, very good, very efficient. You know, I have been having a question over many years now.
Yes, it feels like it. Yeah.
Yeah, about the TDK.
Yes.
Company, which is always on the.
This is going to end badly, I know, but I'm going to go with it. Yes.
The people running on the courses on the athletics.
Yes.
And it's still in these recent times. It's always still doing the sponsoring. You know.
Okay. I am losing the will to live.
Yeah. Very good.
Ja. Meinen Essenz in Willen ist gestickt und meinen Breathen kaputt.
Oh, well.
So hurry up. What you
Schnell.
Handy Hock, schnell.
Yeah. Well, I just do not understand why they are still sponsoring the people when nobody uses the magnetophone these years. Do you understand?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much for your call. Apparently, thieves stole a shark from an aquarium by removing it from a tank and disguising it as a baby in a pushchair.
Was it Roger Rabbit?
Is that story true?
Yeah. Apparently, they found them. They put the shark back. It's fine. Took it.
Bottlers. Is it you doing that? Oh, come in. Paul Ross is doing that tonight.
Am I the only one imagining it wearing a bonnet and sucking on a dummy?
Are you doing that?
Tom and Jerry.
What is this then? Someone just tweeted me.
The aquarium in Texas.
Oh,
so the show is apparently genuine.
When did this happen?
I think only about a week ago.
Yeah.
But they took the person. I think the person had issues who was trying to steal the shark. But he basically leant over and rolled it into a pram. I don't think he stuck a bonnet on it, but it's a lovely idea, a little knitted cardie. So we're covering that story on the show. And also, we're talking on the show because it's National Marine Week, as I'm sure you know.
Of course, we're celebrating it so much.
We're marking the wolfin that's been spotted off a Hawaiian island.
Oh, I saw
part
this.
whale, part dolphin. It's a hybrid. Like we were only talking last week about mules and donkeys and now it's the wolfin.
So well, obviously they can breed.
This is technically, it's called a whale, but it's closer to a dolphin or a porpoise.
Yeah.
But it's still very distinct species. But apparently they've been known in the past, but they used to think it was some kind of mariner's old wives' tale or mariner's myth. No, there's a wolfin floating around out there.
Wow.
Why they didn't call it a dwale, I don't know. Maybe the whale had a better agent or something.
Roy Orbison was 52 when he died.
Honestly, I love Roy Orbison though.
Are you a fan? I don't.
Huge fan.
So with anything you want, you got it.
Only the Lonely, Blue Bayou, Running Scared. Those songs. Bruce Springsteen inducted him into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I think, in 1984. Made the most amazing speech. And that year, if you ever get the chance to see, I don't like concert films normally. I like to be there or listen to them.
That black and white concert.
The black and white night.
Oh, that's a great one. I remember seeing that on
Tom
telly.
Petty, Elvis Costello, K.D. Lang, Jackson Brown, Bruce Springsteen, and Roy Orbison sings in that, and he sounds exactly like the records. His voice is operatic.
I'm not a fan. Oh, and this is the same with the early Elvis stuff, of that 50s kind of echo, you know, that kind of...
I love that operatic sound.
Yeah.
Like the singing, I mean, Elvis's version of Blue Moon, when he goes falsetto, that breaks my heart. In the bath, glass of red wine, I know you don't partake. The red wine floating in the bath in a glass, and Elvis Presley early Sun recordings playing. Harbour Lights going into Blue Moon, or Break Your Heart into 1,000 tiny pieces.
Are we funny as human beings? Because I should like that, and I don't. You love it, and there's stuff that I like that you should like, but you don't. We're just all different.
I don't mind the Bay City Rollers. They've got their moments.
Oh, the Bay City Rollers is a very weedy sound, isn't it? It's one of the few 70s groups that I can't
they sang Shag a Leg, and they ran with the gang.
I mean, what kind of gang was that?
Well,
they'd be the laughing stock.
I don't know much about them, but I did watch a really good documentary from about 4 or 5 years ago on maybe it's on YouTube or it's a BBC documentary about the Bay City Rollers and
the dark documentary, I imagine.
It was very dark. Which one was? One of them was that was the manager. The manager was
Tam Payton,
was a paedophile.
And one of the members was, but I won't say which one in case I get it wrong.
No, very wisely done. There wasn't it? I think he's dead now, that one as well. But and Les McEwen left because it's the.
Well, I've got a great true story about Les McEwen very quickly.
Go on.
Okay, he was, as we all are occasionally, he was on his uppers.
Yeah.
Living on the bones of his backside.
Yeah.
And he was off the chance to go on through the keyhole, but he was living in somewhere that wasn't TV friendly.
Oh.
And his mate said, my mum and dad are away for a couple of weeks, use their house. So he took the dough. I think they paid him 500 quid, he told me, for the filming day, and 500 quid to go along and be interviewed by David Frost, Sir David. And they went round, and his mates, they'd be fine. It was a lovely house, Hampstead or somewhere, beautiful house, worth bundles, really sophisticated, lovely. And he said, put some basic rollers gold discs on, a bit of tartan.
Yeah.
So Lloyd Grossman, you didn't have to be there. I did it years ago as well, and I needed the money.
Wow.
What kind of person lives in a house like this? Goes for anyway. Les turns up, and they're looking at the evidence, and he suddenly realised something as they've gone round, because David Frost says, and when does your interest in astronomy and astrophysics come from? And there was a gigantic reflecting telescope in there, and he had to give him loads of bollards about. Yeah, but he didn't say. And he was somebody else's house, and Les McEwen got the key from through the keyhole. That's a great blag, isn't it?
That's quite a common thing. Quite often on the Celebrity Come Dine With Me, people, I think Biggins borrowed someone's house. People, they borrow houses to look more
I did it,
impressive.
and it was Abby Titmus and a football player.
I remember yours. I saw yours.
It wasn't her flat. She said, I'm borrowing a mate's flat, and it was a football player, I think Rodney Marsh, who lives in Florida, and they weren't going to fly us out for that. Yeah. So he borrowed his daughter's house.
Right. Yeah,
so that was, but they were kind of fairly frank about that. But to go on to Through the Keyhole and say, yes, I've always been interested in the galaxies and the stars, and to waffle away for a couple of minutes, fantastic.
Paul Ross will be on at 1 o'clock. Go on, get out, man.
Very quick thing.
Get out.
Roy Orbison, one of the great middle names from the Deep South. Roy Kelton Orbison.
Kelton.
Isn't that a great middle name?
That's like a fish, I
You know what the K stands for, Philip K. Dick?
No, I don't.
Kindred. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, wow. Thank you, Paul Ross. He'll be on at 1. He's on it most nights of the week at 1 o'clock, between 1 and 5, and then it's James Max. And, it's a lot of through the night shows are quite lazy. Guy comes in and, it's not a lot happens, and you get the same 6 people phoning in and being obnoxious. But Paul puts a bit of work into his.
He puts loads in there.
Puts a bit of work into it, guys. It's a little bit of work goes into that show. He don't just come in and open the mics and go, yeah, what do you want? And he puts in
He's not got a huge team of minions finding this stuff for him either. He does it because he enjoys it.
Yeah, no, he does it because let's be honest, he's a little bit weird. He's a little bit weird. He knows all this stuff.
He's like an encyclopedia.
He is. It's always good when he comes in. We'll get him in earlier one night. We keep saying we do, and we don't, but we will. Last 6 minutes of the show, guys. 5 minutes of the show now. 03444991000 if you want to give us a call. You'll be very, very welcome. Let's just have a look. I've got these stories written down. There seem to be more bums and boobs in the papers.
It's because Love Island.
Right.
They're trying to sort of wean us off.
I
think it's weaning us off.
You're making the sound as though you have something. I've got something.
No, I've not.
All right, where's this? I've got my papers all over. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. It's in here. It's in here. It's National Orgasm Day. It was yesterday.
Oh, I didn't mark it.
I did several times. Divorce. What can I tell you? It's National Orgasm Day, so here's our A to Z guide to help. Pick a letter, any letter, and we'll get you some orgasms out of it.
K.
K. Kissing can help you orgasm. Sexpert Alex Fox from Sex Toy Company. A really good snog can make you feel so passionate and so potent that many couples stop dedicating proper time to deep kissing as their relationship runs on.
Deep kissing.
This summer, make a pact that at least once a day you'll give your full focus to kissing your partner, and you'll find the weather isn't the only thing hot enough.
Wow.
So that's their sex tip, is have a kiss. All right, fine. I hadn't thought of that. What's wrong with a kiss, boy? Remember that from Meaning of Life? How do you, I come up with a sentence. How do you lubricate the vagina? Stimulate her clitoris, sir. What's wrong with a kiss, boy? Something like that. Pick another letter.
T.
Tits.
Oh!
Incorrect. 10 o'clock is the best time of the day to get frisky. Dr. Paul Kelly says the best time to have sex is between 10 and 10:30 p.m. because an orgasm at this time prompts the release of oxytocin, the hormone that's associated with bonding and a relaxed mood. So why is it...
Why 10 o'clock, though? I don't understand.
These are rubbish.
Because it is.
V.
I know what V is going to be.
What?
Vagine.
No, incorrect.
Oh.
vibrato.
Really?
Vibrators can help you orgasm faster. Sexpert Alex Fox says, try new toys and tricks to get your fix and keep things interesting.
Wow.
It's not really a tip, though, is it?
No.
There we go. C. The colour of your clothes can help you climax.
Really?
Red is best for passion and great for heatwave flirting.
What about white with a bit of green?
I believe that's what they call a callback in comedy. There we go. There's one for you, Catherine. A. Alfresco sex is said to turn up there. You've done it outside loads of times.
I haven't done it loads. I've done it a few times.
You were doing it for so long in one place, you got a parking ticket. Alfresco sex is said to turn up the heat in more ways than one. The fear of getting caught raises your heart rate, and 45% of couples claim nookie in the open air helps them climax. Plus 82%, I can't come. Maybe I need to go and have do this outside. Maybe I need to be doing it outside.
Oh, God. Careful.
82% say sex in an unusual place is their ultimate fantasy. Just make sure you don't break the law. B. Breast stimulation. Breast stimulation alone can help 1% of women reach orgasm.
1%? Yeah, the rest of them are going, can you crack on, please?
How can you get orgasms from that? Well, I suppose some things... Okay, no, I can buy that. Okay, well, there's a thing about faking it, but that's not going to turn up the heat and get you an orgasm. Positions. P for positions. Positions play an important part. The missionary and cowgirl positions.
What's that?
Are the most likely to bring a woman to climax, according to studies carried out by the Simon Mayo Clinic in America.
Simon Mayo?
Apparently so. He's
busy, isn't he?
On that bombshell. It's a strange old world, isn't it, that we live in. Thank you, dear listener. Thank you, Catherine. And thank you, Sam. If you want to get the podcast, go to iTunes, go to Acast, go to your usual podcast provider. We'll put out a best of this tomorrow. We'll also put out the interview with Sara Barron as well as a separate little podcast. She was lovely. It was nice to meet her. We will be back tonight at 10 o'clock. Until then, from us, thank you very much. Ta-ta!